are ready to go once again. The team from Miguel Marti del Torre, Arcanine, Celesteela, Garchomp, Gigalith, Tapu Koko and Gashadon. For Nico, Davide, Coniata, Celesteela, Tapu Lele, Arcanine, Crocodile, Gashadon and Porygon 2. Where do you see this going, Nemanja?
I see this going to a big and huge amount of tournaments, and tournaments ending for a really brilliant final match. And anyway, seeing both sides had the Arcanine was intimidated into Gastrodon for catching up each other's attack. Maybe the Assault Vest and Garchomp wouldn't be such a thing. Depends on how well it's really trained on special effects, because Tapu Koko's Moonblast should be doing, even with or without the Assault Vest, a huge amount of damage. So, but I hope maybe the Celesteela could be a big thing, because Celesteela walling each other teams pretty well, so the Arcanine could be a very interesting factor.
Yeah, and we do know that Nico has entered his team, so has Miguel Marti del Torre. We are just about to get into this final here in London, the United Kingdom, for the first ever European International Championship. Guys, we are excited. Spain versus Italy here in the final, and we are just about to kick into it. We're going to see the leads any second now. Miguel Marti del Torre, multiple world contender, Nico Davide Coniata, one of his highest placements ever. It's going to be an exciting final, and I hope you guys are ready to see it now. Lead coming out from Nico is going to be Crocodile and Celesteela, and for Miguel, that lead again of Tapu Koko and Garchomp.
Yeah, and having Celesteela against Tapu Koko is a thing you don't want to have, but anyway, it's a decent position for both players, because Miguel always started with this discharge earthquake combination. It could be a thing, because discharge would be, or Thunderbolt would be a huge damage against Celesteela, but this is the option where the lead metagame begins. His only metagame, his own metagame, because turn 1 is always what am I going to pick and how I'm going to stay here, because always having the lead into Crocodile for just bringing up the tickets is always great. So, but most people are having the advantage from the earthquake, so no one wants to switch in his Arcanine into it for another Intimidate. But anyway, we're seeing the Protect by Crocodile here, and against the Thunderbolt.
Oh, there we go, we see Miguel brings the camera, does a load of damage there, so to protect on Crocodile, we're going to see a double target into Celesteela. It goes down on the first turn. Miguel is making the big plays here in the final, and Nico is down to 3 Pokemon on the first turn. A bit of a switch around here, because Nico was being very, very aggressive in his first couple of turns against other players in this tournament, and so to have the tables turn this quickly is a little bit of a problem for him. But Tapu Lele is going to come in now, setting up the psychic terrain and overriding electric terrain.
Yeah, it's a very difficult choice, because when you're seeing in the first turn, you never want to be too risky, but having to predict on, because Thunderbolt into Celesteela was so obvious, so just protecting your Crocodile, get some attack with the Celesteela, trying to break this up from your Tapu Koko is always the thing you would love, but reading the by Miguel, just playing by the safe, doing the obvious thing and going to Thunderbolt, and it paid off. It was really good play by Miguel right now.
Yeah, and so we do actually see Garchomp switching out here. What's going to be coming in is Celesteela as well, which does not take that much damage from the psychic or fairy type attacks coming out from Tapu Lele. Crocodile is going to return as well, so a lot of switching here, a bit of a revolving door of Pokemon. And we're going to see Arcanine coming in here, which is going to intimidate the Celesteela and also the Tapu Koko as well.
So why are we seeing Celesteela here? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Z-move, maybe? Because every first turn Nico in the top cut was in the first turn Tapu Lele was here. We see the Z-move, yeah. So brilliant switch in by Celesteela, because taking the hit by it with Tapu Lele doesn't mind, because you're wearing the Focus Sash, you have not so much back, so if you're taking the Z-Crystal move or you say the Psychic, it's kind of the same thing. But maybe we are seeing into the Celesteela, so a huge predict by Miguel. Again, doing himself, showing himself he's not nervous, always do the right place.
But that is a lot of damage either way. Celesteela is a very bulky Pokemon. We have seen how much damage this Pokemon can soak up, and still having that switch in to almost waste the Z move from Tapu Lele there. A really great move by Miguel.
Yeah, we saw how important was the Z move for Tapu Lele in Nico's team, because against Tobias, he was like always the Z move came in to get the 1 kill. Or in the last match, the Italian match, but even a Rockrunnit can stay Z move by Tapu Lele. A Rockrunnit has like, I don't know, 132 special defense. This is huge.
Yeah, there, so that Z-move not doing as much damage as Nico would have wanted. He wanted to remove that guard jump from the field, and we do see the switch out from Crocodile as well, so saving Intimidate and also the focus sash that we've seen previously as well, so he does have that in the back for later. But speaking of going to the back, we have Tapu Koko leading the field, Gastrodon coming in now, which will not take too much fire attack damage from that Arcanine. We are actually going to see the Protect coming out from Arcanine here. What is Tapu Lele going to go for? Is he going to launch an attack? No, the Celesteela going to launch a Protect as well. Tapu Lele, is it going to attack into Celesteela? No, it's going to go into that Tapu Koko slot. We're going to see Gastrodon take some big damage here, boosted by the Psychic Terrain and the special defense drop. That is huge. Moranga Berry is going to activate here, but it's only going to be boosted by one stage.
Yeah, but this drop is so unfortunate for Miguel, because you could stay without this drop. He's now able to get to 1 KO on Tapu Lele with any attack, so you could even decide to go on the Boom Blast if you want, but Psychic is also most likely the better way. Anyway, saving your Tapu Koko for the rest, because having always the focus sash on it brings it into an interesting position, but maybe you don't need Tapu Koko anymore since Celesteela already failed, so still you can have a try. Maybe we've seen the Celesteela anyway.
But having the Crocodile on the back for Nico means that he could use Dazzling Beam later on. Tapu Koko is extremely fast, so he does have options, but he actually is going to bring Tapu Koko in now. Maybe we're going to see the overriding of the Psychic Terrain with Electric Terrain, meaning Psychic will be doing that much damage. It's going to target into the Koko slot, so good. Another special defense drop there from the Psychic. A good target down by Tapu Lele. A double target wanting to clear the field of Celesteela there with a flamethrower as well. Tapu Koko goes down, and Miguel Martínez has lost a Pokemon here. We do see the recover though, so Gastrodon is going to put himself back up to a nice number of health here, just below 3 HP.
Yeah, very destroying turn by Miguel, because thinking about Gastrodon wouldn't fail it this turn anyway, so maybe he tries to get up a recover here, get some HP back. But anyway, losing a Tapu Koko Wing War, he was to save it, is always a big deal. But Celesteela is in a very good position as long as he can handle the Arcanine pretty well.
And what 2 moves can handle Arcanine better than a Scald and an Earthquake? So Arcanine obviously is a big threat to the Celesteela, which Miguel still has in the back, and has been used as a win condition by a lot of trainers here this weekend. So we're going to have to see how well he can protect that and clear the field of threats.
Okay, man.
Anyway, guard jump scene here, like I said, scores, it comes great both.
Thank you,
don't want to stay in.
That's Korean.
You always have the Intimidate option in the back, but also this Intimidate option named Crocodile don't want to stay into it in a water type attack. Anyway, Gastrodon, you guys should keep in mind to have the special defense drop onto Gastrodon, so don't be too risky. Getting into it, bringing out the Intimidate.
So we do see the Intimidate coming out from Crocodile here. It does have that focus sash, so it will need to take 2 attacks to be able to be knocked out. The Poison Jab is going to go into Tapu Lele. How much does this do? Tapu Lele survives with, and the Poison there as well, so Tapu Lele will not be able to stick around for too much longer. The Poison will activate and slowly take away its HP. We see the Moon Blast onto a Swordfest guard jump. This does a load of damage as well, leaving it down just below a third of HP. And we see the special attack drop, which doesn't matter too much, but here comes a Scald. Double target on Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele goes down.
And thankfully the penalty didn't matter, because anyway, double target on Tapu Lele. Now the biggest offensive threat is away. Now Miguel cannot set up his defensive score. Just get away to handle the Arcanine a little bit better, to get the rolling Celesteela sweep in the back.
So Arcanine does come back in. It's going to lower the attack of Guard Jump here, but a really clever and very well played out game plan by Miguel here. So really great to target Tapu Lele, a really powerful special attacking threat on Nico's side of the field. And what do you see this turn going in the moment?
I'm seeing, because there's a special attack with Gastrodon, so there's no need to switch it out. Also very risky by Miguel to keep it in always. So huge enough, now I can see why he's playing. He's moonblasting quite a 50%. I mean, it's okay, but it's a moonblast. It's not moonblast into a guard jump, and he hangs in like a champ.
Very, very bulky guard jump, and the Swordfest combination that Miguel has relied on extremely often in this tournament. We're actually going to see guard jump leaving the field. Celesteela's coming in against that Arcanine. We're actually going to see Arcanine protecting, so a nice achievement for Celesteela here. We don't have any super effective fire type damage going that way. Earthquake coming out from Crocodile. Not going to come Celesteela because it's a blind deck, so Miguel making the read here. Gastrodon taking a fair amount of damage there. It's still with how HP this turn. We see the flamethrower coming out from Arcanine onto Celesteela. How much will this do? Celesteela hangs around 21 HP. Is that... Oh, there was that flinch. And there's a Gashadon move. There's the Scald coming out onto the Arcanine here, putting it in range for another Scald later on. Celesteela unfortunately flinching, probably wanted to take out that Crocodile with a heavy slam. Not able to move this turn. But wow, what an exciting turn. This is where Rock Slide from fast Pokemon really hurt.
Yeah, I hope we can avoid the fast Pokemon Rock Slide here, but with no new Pokemon with such bulky Pokemon, even the mid-speed Pokemon like Crocodile can still have this Pokemon in the field and send it up the Rock Slide. But anyway, now this position from Miguel had difficult a little bit. It depends on how he's handled Gaston, because now Gaston is in the position to get the KO on Crocodile and Arcanine. So Celesteela don't need it anymore because he has like 33% HP. That's not much, but now we see
Crunch coming out with Gashadon. It does not get a KO. It gets a defense drop. We have Garchomp in the back, which will be able to get a fast take off later on. So Celesteela goes down here. We have Garchomp coming in as the fastest Pokemon.
yeah, but now we see maybe a bit about picking up the KO. Yeah, seeing us go into Arcanine, pick up the KO, yeah.
And Arcanine goes down.
It goes down, yeah. Now we see this one Crocodile running in the side against Gashadon and the Gachomp. So, but anyway, when we see that this maybe could double up into Gashadon because Celesteela should pick up the heavy slam, so if Miguel would do everything right with a heavy slam Crocodile, it would be anyway in his favor. But interesting to see maybe because like Crocodile, yes, your own Celesteela, so trying to deal with the biggest, small. You're the most powerful dealing Pokemon Tapu.
Oregon.
How are you going to be deal with it? Because you said at one time great switches into Celesteela into the Psychic Deal, but is he able to get the second time? So it's such a good pick.
Lots of questions, time for answers. We are moving on to game 2 here in the final of the European International Championship. We get Marco again, Garchomp and Tapu Koko. Crocodile and Celesteela from Nico revealing he needs to win this game to take us to game 3. Otherwise, our new European International Champion is Miguel.
Alright, so seeing the same lead like in the first game, and we said doing a very risky play by Nico, not protecting the Celesteela, protecting the Crocodile, and trying to get an attack off, but with the read by Miguel, getting the Thunderbolt into Celesteela in the double KO, thanks to Garchomp into it. So we're in the same position now. I'm not sure if Nico wants to try again, but it would be a very risky play if you try to do the same trick again.
It's so exciting if we see this. Again, this is a very mind game heavy first lead here. The Crocodile did protect last time, so we'll have to see if the same chain of events will come out here. So Miguel's still taking back to shoot his moves. We are going to see, what we're going to see here, we're going to see the Crocodile return from the field. It's going to say keep that intimidate and focus action for later on. Tapu Lele making an appearance now, so any sort of electric attack will be weakened just because electric
it's most likely one kill. So Miguel knew about it. He was speculating, okay, he's about to attack, so I will double up into a double letter set just because he's fast and not giving him any chance to get the one kill, because he's probably the strongest C move out there thanks to his ability with the psychic terrain. Anyways, now Nico changed his ability. He just protected the Tapulele, then he got a leech seed off, so Miguel is now forced to stay in or forced to stay out. Anyway, Celestealer will be definitely free to get free to not getting KO'd this time.
We see Tapulele switching out here, so again, Nico changing up his strategies from previous games. We see another Intimidate coming out from the Crocodile who returns to the field. Doesn't take any damage from the electric attack because it is a ground type. Dazzling Gleam though, so it's going to take some big damage here. And Focus Ash is now broken. We're going to see the poison jab going into the Crocodile as well. Not going to pick up the knockout here to get the poison. It is so many poison turns coming out, and here we see the Focus Slam here coming up from Celestealer. We're going to go into that type of Poco. It's going to knock it out. They're going to go into this. Wow.
Double intimidate onto Garchomp. He would poison it. Crocodile is able to get one turn longer on the field, so maybe the poison doesn't mind so much because Garchomp can protect anyway. But heavy step with the top of Coco, getting the one kill. It's so huge. Look at that little sliver of fire. It's still enough to hang in for this kill.
So this is something that we see a lot deal with the very type of random in the UC17, and so we have toxic. Inflicting that poison status.
It really feels like it feels like Scorn, because Scorn has 30% of poison, but we all know it's more than 40. It's more than 50%.
Oregon.
So we've got Garchomp Celestealer against Crocodile Celestealer. Nemanja, how does this turn end up? We see the
well, why not? Because you want to intimidate, and you will get to intimidate. Now we see the Garchomp having a safe play now, just running. You see the Garchomp just hitting the Garchomp. But no Celestealer bring up his own sub. So okay, but we know the Celestealer, but Davide is having up a leech seed onto a Garchomp, so he's in a little bit more better position.
So the substitute party has started. Celestealer both sitting behind their respective substitutes, and as you mentioned, Nemanja, we do see the leech seed damage coming off of Garchomp.
Índice es agregado. Agregado Mateo.
Well, Gaston pressures Garchomp a bit as well. Garchomp wants to get rid of that leech seed damage now. It's not healing for the Celestealer on the Viga side.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, Garchomp can stay, as long as just gets some leech seed damage, he could stay longer in. And now we see the switch out into his own Gaston just to save the Celestealer. And this could be very interesting now, because Celestealer, but not enough to break this up.
So, nice play by Nico there. Obviously, Ice Beam is super effective against Garchomp, but if he chose him to score, then try and pick up a burn and try and hamper its physical attack as well, he would have had issues with the Storm Drain. And we see the side leech seed as well here. So that's a move that we saw Yuri from Italy using on stream yesterday. And so this allows Celestealer to continue to get multiple sources of healing back. Really well played, an interesting way to handle the Celestealer mirror.
It is, because when you're leeching your own Pokemon, you will. It's so weird when you will look in the stream. You switch in the stream and seeing someone's seeding his own Pokemon, but you protect your own Pokemon, your Gastrodon, from being leech seed by the other.
Okay, Abraxas, Mateo.
So it's a very good choice. This is very important when you have fastest Celestealer. So when you're doing stuff like leeching your own Pokemon or the opposite Pokemon, you have to be the fastest Celestealer. But now, just a safe turn, seeing the protect by Celestealer from Miguel. It's just a safe turn, yeah.
As Davide has shown that his Celestealer is faster, we are going to see it launch leech seed onto that Gastrodon here. So both Gastrodon seeded by one Celesteela, which is not something I thought I'd be saying in this final.
Thank
We
you,
see the
Ricky.
recover
Thank
coming
you,
up now,
Ricky.
and this is the great thing about
Thanks
these
for
Pokemon
staying.
types. We saw Milotic from Yuri yesterday using
I
the
hope you
cover
enjoyed
and getting the side
the London
stream as well.
final.
We see the Toxic coming out here. Toxic landing onto Davide's Gastrodon, so that will be draining his health a little bit, as well as his own Leech Seed now. So both Celesteela setting up, starting to get the recovery back in, but the Toxic on the Gastrodon from Davide is a bit of an issue.
It's a
Not
big
that
issue
crazy,
because,
but yes.
Yeah, having 2 times
Please
chip
be
damage
patient,
from the
bro.
Toxic and the Leech Seed into a Gastrodon spot is too much. You can because Miguel can now sit and wait because you have Davide is the person who have to do the first turn. He had to switch off Gastrodon as long as it's not too late. So maybe Miguel tries to predict the switch in now or in the next turn so he can spread out
Okay,
water
now
moves.
I'm going
Storm,
for X-Bro
Gastrodon
player.
would normally catch up. So
happens to
Miguel
be-
played himself again.
What's
in a
your
perfect position
X-Bro
right now.
player?
Yeah, we
What's
do
your
have that double lockdown right now
IGN?
as well. So Celesteela launching heavy slams on each other may not break each other's sub. Gastrodon actually resists the heavy slam from Celesteela. Both Gastrodon cannot use their water type attacks for fear of
What's your
boosting other
IGN,
types of
your
special attacks as
nick?
well. Here goes a heavy slam
In-game
into
nick.
Gastrodon on Miguel's side, onto Miguel's side of the field.
Your
Doesn't do
name in the
too
game.
much damage there. Celesteela uses substitute again, so not being able
I
to
only
stop being
see-
breaking that turn. Anyway, the ice beam is launched into it
Ulises
now,
running
and the substitute not taking any
friend.
damage here. Another ice beam onto the opposing Celesteela
your
now as
in-game
well.
name,
Substitute
Pro
hanging
player.
around. No, it's broken there. There we go. Substitute is now broken here. We're going to see the leftovers picking up for Celesteela and a lot more Leech Seed coming up.
So why is it important you can that Celesteela by Miguel isn't having a sub anymore because now Celesteela by
I don't know if
Davide
you
is
can
able
hear
to
me,
get the Leech
bro.
Seed out of the Celesteela by Miguel because he's the fastest Celesteela. So before the tournament I wouldn't be sure if the speed of Celesteela wouldn't be a thing, but now it's definitely is because I've been kind of curious for a few days or
Okay,
weeks
no me
how
contestes,
fast we have
bro.
to play
Vamos a
Celesteela to
pasar
be the
al que
fastest
sigue.
Celesteela on the field.
We're going to start seeing max investment speed sellers.
Voy
Or maybe like JB Boy playing as Johnny
Ulises.
Nowak.
It's beautiful
Ulises,
thing.
por
It's beautiful
favor.
thing to see the speed creep come out from most of these Pokemon. We see the
Ya se
protection
está, ya
coming
estoy
out
mandando
from
el
Celesteela
solicitud.
there. A Leech Seed missing the going into the protect there. We see a recover coming out from Miguel's Gastrodon. And that's going to put it back to just about full health. There we go. And we're going to see the Ice Beam coming out from Gastrodon on his side of the field. Going to go into that Gastrodon. They're going to activate the Miranga Berry, giving it a special defense boost.
Ricky,
And are we going to see anything? No, we're just going to see the leftovers coming out from Celesteela. And again, slow turns, slow grinding turns, but all the time we're going to see Gastrodon on Davide's side of the field taking poison damage and that Leech Seed as well.
Yeah, so Davide has definitely to take the first turn.
Okay,
because
pero
it's just a
estoy
matter of time
buscando a
when
Ulises.
Gastrodon have to go out because
Ulises aceptó.
he's
Perfecto.
heavily poisoned by the toxin. He's always getting more and more damage. So, like we see, look at this damage. This is just the second round or the third round. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Anyway, it's more and more for each round. So the only thing Miguel has to do is just sit and wait. Wait till he drops out and switches out Gastrodon and then keep up attacking the Scald. And the lovely thing about Scald is, like we said before, the burn chance.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we get rid of this Gastrodon here, so that we do see a switch out on the Gastrodon here to
Taco,
reset the
sí, el
poison
que-
damage.
el
We've
que
seen that a
sigue,
lot
pero
over this
no-
weekend
no
due to the higher
aparecía.
usage of Toxic. Speaking of poison, we do have Crocodile coming back in. It has roughly 1 HP, so the poison damage at the end of this turn will knock it out here. We're going to see a Leech Seed once again from Celesteela
Taco,
onto the opposing Celesteela.
you are
So
next,
Miguel's
so please be ready.
will be worn down by Leech Seed now. Substitute once again coming out from Miguel Celesteela. So substitute party in full effect once more. Ice Beam from the Gastrodon on Miguel's side of the field onto the Celesteela sub. Will this take it
Gabriel.
out now? No, it does not. We see the
Gabriel,
leftovers
you're
on
next.
Celesteela. Lots of healing.
Sorry,
Crocodile will go down.
I'm get
Yeah,
lost.
now it is the first turn where the poison really matters because in this case, you have Crocodile on the
next.
field.
I'm
Crocodile
trading
could
with
be
Ulises.
could do a relative amount of damage on the Gastrodon. So unfortunately, the
Boy,
poison happens
next.
like 20 turns before in my
And
feeling.
then Mateo.
So no more
Okay.
Crocodile here, and maybe Davide uses the chance to get. I don't think he wants his own Gastrodon back. So maybe we'll see back the comeback of Tapu Lele here.
Well, we'll have to see what Nico decided
Ex-pro
to.
player.
Yeah, we'll see if Nico decides to bring in Tapu Lele just to get some big
You
damage
kill me,
onto
ex-pro
Gastrodon.
player.
No, he wants to keep the Storm Drain lock going on, and Celesteela both sitting behind substitutes. I said before that Kartana was the most used Ultra Beast going into this top 8, but it is Celesteela's day now. We do have the substitute party in full effect. Both Gastron on the field protecting the Celesteela from taking water-type damage from school, and we could be in for the
Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, Nico Davide has built this powerhouse Tapu Lele in the back with the Psychic Z move, so maybe it's already a game plan, or maybe he's just waiting for the right turn. He could use his Tapu Lele to get the 1-hit KO onto a specific type of Pokemon.
I'm looking for Gabriel,
Celesteela
and
going out
he's
for
not
Garchomp is a
online,
move
okay?
because Celesteela can't do anything right now, and watching out Ice Beam, he was probably predicting a recover aspect of an Protect, so maybe Miguel predicted also Protect, but no,
there's no Gabriel.
They should play the recover just to get the
I'm going for the online only, okay?
Recover being most likely the
So
slowest
next
Pokemon on the
is
field.
going to be
having the Garchomp, in fact, this could be huge.
Yeah, so Garchomp coming in here with the Fire Fang that we have seen is a Sword Vest as well, so may be able to survive an Ice Beam from this Gastrodon. We need to see how it's trained. But being able to do some big damage to Celesteela with Fire Fang if it chooses to lock in here. And we do know that the Gastrodon on Miguel's side of the field is moving first. But we see the Protect coming out from the Gastrodon on Davide's side of the field. And Garchomp is the big offensive, but we actually see the switch out now. So Celesteela coming back in. It's lost its substitute, it lost its additional healing. Are we just going to see the Ice Beam going into that slot? We're going to see the opposing Celesteela set up once more the substitute now. So Gastrodon is going to be using the Ice Beam onto the Celesteela of Miguel here. Gastrodon on his side of the field going to set up the recover, as you said, Nemanja. So a bit of a non-turn, but some great HP back for the Gastrodon for Miguel.
It's an interesting turn now by Davide because he's still not recovering his Gastrodon, so maybe he wants to get his Gastrodon with 100% sure switching from his Tapu Lele and not even attacking into the Garchomp. Like I said, he don't want to recover, he just want to get rid of his own Gastrodon because Gastrodon can't do anything, just catch up all volatile attacks, so maybe need just the power of the Tapu Lele here to get the KO on the Gastrodon from Miguel's side, and even at this. But we're getting the second game now, and still we have like 20 minutes left, so people should be hurry up if you're going to be in the third game.
Yeah, so we do see that your time for Miguel is at 5 minutes and 34 seconds, 20 minutes left on the round timer. A switch out from Gastrodon here. Tapu Lele making its appearance once again, and the Psychic Terrain is going to come out here. So we're going to see the Leech Seed being avoided by the Celesteela. Another Leech Seed going on to that Gastrodon slot. Tapu Lele is going to take the Leech Seed here. And what is Gastrodon going to do on Miguel's side of the field? We see the Ice Beam going into that slot. Is it going to pick up a freeze here? No, it does not. We see the leftovers activating for Celesteela, and now we could be seeing a Z move.
Yeah, we could, but anything. This is the kind of damage or chip damage Davide didn't want on his Tapu Lele, because Tapu Lele is the only Pokemon who can deal with kind of with Celesteela, because I know it's not that strong, but you can get some damage off, but not only on Celesteela is important, but on Gastrodon, and somehow also on Garchomp. So now it's even in the range for Garchomp if he's going to come somehow in the battle without taking damage. So really good position now for Miguel, because having his Gastrodon out with a lot of HP, Celesteela untouchable for everything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Also, have you checked out Miguel's trainer? Those are some fantastic sunglasses right there.
Fantastic sound, very fancy, yeah?
Yeah, and I love the Alone Digital t-shirt coming out from Davide's trainer as well. Looking fresh, everybody. So Gastrodon and Celesteela on the field for Miguel. And Tapu Lele, again, does not want to be having that much damage on it. It is a big, powerful special attacker. We're going to see a Protect coming out from Miguel's Celesteela now. And we're going to see the Z move coming out from Davide. Which slot has this gone into? That's the real question now. So once again, the Shattered Psyche activating. It's going to infuse itself with its Z power. We're going to have to see how much damage it's going to do and which target it's going to go into.
Yeah, maybe you can do it. Gabriel,
you can do it. You can do it.
This could be just a lot of animation. I just want to say,
you can do it, Gabriel. You can do it.
And it should be.
That is a knockout.
Sure, it's a knockout.
Wake up.
Now we're seeing the crowd is kind of
because
everyone expected it, but anyway, it's just like like I said, it's the strongest Z move we got around.
Yeah, so finally we do have the ability for Davide's Gastrodon to be able to use his water type attacks now, but with the poison it's going to be a little bit of a problem for it to stick around for too long without using recover a lot. But Tapu Lele doing its work, coming in and getting rid of what was effectively a lockdown on Miguel's side of the field.
Yeah, and now, like we said, Tapu Lele took a little bit too much damage by the Ice Beam, by the Leech Seed. Now it's definitely in the KO range by the Poison Jab from the Garchomp. And even if he's going to bring up his own Gastrodon back, it's pretty difficult because when you bring up your Gastrodon, you can always get KO'd by the next round. But you see the Fire Fang into Celesteela, no protect by Tapu Lele. This could be a very huge thing now. Even if breaking this up by a Fire Fang, sure thing. Anyway, now we're pretty curious. Are we going to see the Moon Blast into the Garchomp?
Here we go. Garchomp's health is going down. We see the knockout there. Garchomp has gone down. Celesteela for Miguel Marti de la Torre, the only Pokemon remaining. And there goes Substitute on Davide's head. We see the handshake coming out now. So it looks like we are going to be going to Game 3.
Game 3, yeah. Even if the Assault Vest is such a great item on Garchomp, I'm pretty sure Miguel wants to wish his Protect for this round back, because Protect would be a safe play, but there's no safe play when there's no Protect, so he has the choice. Is he attacking Tapu Lele and taking then the heavy slam damage or otherwise? So no matter, he was not protecting, he was hoping for protecting Tapu Lele, so attacking the Celesteela, it wasn't happening. Davido was smart enough to get both attack off into the Garchomp, and yeah, 3-1 for Davido here on the positioning.
But we know that Celesteela is a very strong Pokemon. We could see a couple more turns yet before we are able to break this fantastic wall of a beast. And we're going to see Gastrodon now coming in. It's obviously poison, so royalty denies. We see the substitute once again from Celesteela. So once again jumping in behind. Was that another failed Leech Seed there?
Okay, well, there's a lot of Leech Seed missed today, especially on this match. So really unfortunately for Davido here again, for Leech missing another Leech Seed. But anyway, now getting the Gastrodon off. Having a chance for recover, but there's always a chance to get a heavy slam and a crit on the Gastrodon. So let's hope for Davido to not get crit. He gets the recover off onto the Gastrodon. So this could also be a turn where Miguel could stop it, could finish it.
Yeah, so we see Miguel now. He has the opportunity to try and waste out this Gastrodon with the poison damage. Obviously, it will increase over time. It is heavily poisoned. Tapu Lele will not appreciate taking a heavy slam once it comes in from the other side of the field. And we see the heavy slam coming out from Davide's Celesteela going into that substitute. It's not going to break. No, it's not going to break at all. We're going to see the Leech Seed coming out. It's going to go into that Gastrodon slot, speeding up the process of it leaving the field now as well. Are we going to see the School coming out onto the onto the substitute? This should break it. So Celesteela will be free to take attacks next turn. And here it goes, Celesteela is back. It's a gigantic Pokemon, isn't it, Emmanuel?
It is, yeah. And maybe now Davido had another chance to get some Leech Dog into the Celesteela. Anyway, it's very difficult for Davido now. It's already in his favor, so but still deciding again not to recover with the Gastrodon, getting his attack off, breaking this up, always great play, but this shouldn't be enough to get the KO on Gastrodon. No, it hangs in with a little bit of HP to hang out in the poison. You don't care about the poison all the time, not. So pretty solid place here by Davido.
Just one more turn, Gastrodon, please, just one more turn. And we finally get it. So Davido still has 3 Pokemon. Tapu Lele is in the back. We need to see if we're going to get a Leech Seed onto this Celesteela on Miguel's side of the field. The substitute and the Leech Seed is the combo that Davido is looking for. We see the Protect coming out from Celesteela now, and Gastrodon needs to recover this turn. We're going to see the Leech Seed coming out. Oh, what we're going to see from Gastrodon, we see the Scald, so Gastrodon will go down this turn. Obviously the Leech Seed and also the poison damage. We've got the recovery from Celesteela here. We're going to see the Leech Seed activating. That will remove Gastrodon from the field.
Yeah, we should just mention, on the last timer we had from 16 and before, this match would be like over since, I don't know, like 5 turns, and Davido would take the win. But with the new system, Miguel knows how to play with the new timer rule, with the kind of chess timer, and still always just, what's the tactic when you play? What is the what is the plan when you play against Celesteela? Just pick off everything next to it.
Yeah, so speaking of timer, we are down to 30 minutes for the round timer here. So Tapu Lele coming in, it will be the fastest thing on the field. Will it be able to use a Thunderbolt? No, we actually just see it going for the Protect here to stop any sort of heavy slam antics. And we can see from Celesteela, the opposing Celesteela is now going to get that lead seed up. So it is behind the substitute. It will get that residual healing back. We see the substitute coming out from Miguel's side of the field. So Tapu Lele has the option to be able to use our Thunderbolt into that slot. And we got Celesteela with substitute and lead seed and leftovers now.
Yeah, we got it. But anyway, finally, like we said, finally gets leashed on into Celesteela by Miguel. Anyway, good predict by getting into self, knowing that Davide is going to Tapu Lele into the Protect. It's just a predict you can do. It's not a risky play, but it's also a kind of good play. So this is also a thing Miguel can, even if he's in such a difficult position, he can do it. And obviously the Thunderbolt into a Celesteela would be easy to get to knock KO off to substitute, but you don't need to. You should probably see the heavy slam right now.
Oh, there we go. The heavy slam is coming out from the Celesteela there. The substitute going up in a puff of smoke from that Thunderbolt. Not doing too much damage with the heavy slam at all there. The resistance is coming in. Very great favour for Celesteela on Miguel's side of the field. Tapu Lele has now left the field with a knockout from the heavy slam. So we are down to Celesteela versus Celesteela. We've got a beast boost, which is going to be this special defense now. With one Celesteela behind a substitute and lead seed, Davide's Celesteela is looking like it's in a better position.
It is, yeah. But talk about the whole last 20 turns by Davide, keeping all. We talked about it before that, because Tapu Lele is a really big thing in this matchup. And saving it in the back, not wasting your Z Crystal in the first turns like you did.
Oh, that's a forfeit right there. So actually we just see the forfeit coming out there. Gastrodon, and then Celesteela, Tapu Lele, Arcanine, Crocodile, Gastrodon, and Porygon 2.
So, we saw in the first game and the second game exactly the same leads, but we saw in the second game Davide was very fast with picking. Now he takes a little bit more time, seeing already locked in by Miguel. So if he's, I would, why not? Because Tapu Koko was kind of a thing in the first match. In the second match, by great play by Davide, the sash was away, and without the sash, this isn't even a big thing. So. But guys, we're heading into the match.
Here we go. The last game, the finals of the European International Championship here in London. Give it up once again. Miguel Marti della Torre, Nico Davide Cognetta. Both of these players are playing to become the first ever European champion.
We're seeing a tactic change by here. We're seeing Gastrodon and Tapu Lele, but Miguel stays with his own lead combo. Tapu Koko Garchomp again onto the field. Anyway, seeing that Gastrodon likes to stay in Tapu Koko, like we mentioned a few times before, so maybe Gastrodon could be a thing in this thing, but Tapu Koko and Garchomp, the fastest Pokemon on the field, being able to get the KO on Tapu Lele. So maybe we'll see again, because Thunderbolt and Poison Jab into Tapu Lele is obvious.
Yep.
We saw in the first game obvious things happen. So Davide think, okay, it's so obvious, I'm still going for it. And Miguel's like, okay, I just do the normal play, do the Thunderbolt into it, and getting rid of one Pokemon in the first game. So
First turn mind games are obviously a really big part of Pokemon, but it means so much more in the finals like this, and we're really excited to get underway here, guys. Tapu Koko obviously being able to put out some big damage with Thunderbolts, but we see the Protect coming out from Tapu Lele here, wanting to make sure it stays around on the field, and we're going to see the Dazzling Gleam coming out from Tapu Koko onto only the Gastrodon here. Doesn't take too much damage, surviving with just under a quarter of damage there. Sorry, guys. We're going to see the Scald coming out onto the Garchomp. Will there be a burn? No burn there, so nice little bit of damage for the Gastrodon to do to the Garchomp. Put it in range, maybe of a Moonblast if there's a high damage roll, but Tapu Lele taking no damage there, and that's a good thing.
That is a good thing, yeah. Always keep your focus edge. This is the point Tapu Koko wants to have. But Scald was a fair amount of try, because you want to have to burn a Garchomp without Protect with the burn is the thing you want to handle with. But come on, it could be no chance to get the KO by an Ice Beam, but Moonblast is the only attack you can get the KO on Garchomp, but not even for sure. I mean, it's like 45% HP just do by Scald. but Tapu Lele can't stay on the field. He has to go out because definitely Poison Jab are doing too much damage. But we're seeing the switch out by Garchomp into the Gastrodon here.
So Gastrodon is hitting the field for that Garchomp. Are we going to see yet? Tapu Lele is leading the field. Great call in the Mania. We're going to see Crocodile coming in here instead, hoping to get the Intimidate off onto that Garchomp. So instead it's actually going to be facing down against another Sea Slug. So Gastrodon on the field for both players now. The Thunderbolt going into both one of the ground types and not able to hit. Ice Beam going into the opposing Groudon. Gastrodon now. Groudon, that's a blast from the past. And we see the Moranga Berry coming up for Gastrodon on Miguel's side of the field. And yeah, I mean, with Celesteela around.
So what happened in this turn? We saw just Tapu Lele couldn't be on the field because it was too obvious that Tapu Lele was so important in the second match. So Davide couldn't take the risk to stay in instead of an attack. So the predict by Miguel was, okay, I was like Desert Gleam and Poison Jab, so I think he would put in Celesteela, predicting that and go for Thunderbolt. And this whole process Davide was predicting. So this is high level stuff we got here, guys.
So we could be seeing an Ice Beam coming out from either Gastrodon here. Do you expect Tapu Koko to leave the field and try and keep its Focus Sash intact and bring in a Celesteela now?
It should be, because when you want to have your Focus Sash in, but we see the Gastrodon switch, and that means Tapu Koko stays in because it's the fast Pokemon on the field. But seeing the Protect is kind of the same. Always want to have your Focus Sash. Just always, you could do the Dazzling Gleam, but the little bit of damage you can do on Crocodile, or not even the KO on Crocodile, isn't worth to lose your Focus Sash.
So a nice turn there for Davide, some good positioning. Celesteela coming in. It is a flying type Pokemon, regardless of the fact of how heavy it looks, and is actually. So it will not take any damage from the Earthquake. Gastrodon there having to use Ice Beam only because the Gastrodon being on the field turn previously mean it didn't use Water type attacks because of Storm Drain, and Tapu Koko protecting and keeping his Focus Sash around for longer.
Yeah, and you just want your Tapu Koko to deal well with Celesteela, because in the second match Celesteela was a very important Pokemon. I would say the MVP. So you want your Tapu Koko, you want Thunderbolt into Celesteela, because this is the only huge damage you can do with it.
And we do see the Thunderbolt going onto the Celesteela. They're taking it down to below half HP, and the Paralysis. That's a big deal.
That's a very big deal, because now you are the slowest Celesteela, even the slowest Pokemon on the field can take any damage, being the Earthquake, taking Tapu Koko to his Focus Sash and doing a good amount of damage in the Gastrodon. But anyway, this Paralyze could be so huge.
There it is!
It is! It is paralyzed by Celesteela, oh my god!
And we see the Scald coming out onto Crocodile. We can see a burn here as well. No! There we are!
Seeing the burn and the paralyze in one turn. I don't know if
Heartbreak for
it's
Davide.
really heartbreak. I don't know if Davide can recover from this all in one turn.
That is heartbreaking for Davide there. Miguel really getting quite lucky with his status conditions there, but making the right moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Every move is just right. You also could just have to try if you was looking for the Paralyze, you could just run to Discharge, because you have to Gastrodon on the field. He's got a Crocodile, so you will hit the Celesteela anyway. But 10% or 30% in one turn, guys. I'm not a math specialist, but I know it's pretty rare to happen that.
Yeah, and that is a big turn in favor of Miguel here. So Davide has his back to the wall now. He really has to play really carefully and really confidently to be able to win this game. We see the Arcanine coming in now, which is just going to be a bit more punishment for that Crocodile. The burn obviously lowering its attack stat, and Intimidate lowering it as well, and also getting the Intimidate onto the Celesteela. We see the Protect coming out from Celesteela, passing through the Paralysis here. Crocodile going to use Earthquake once more, so Arcanine going to take some super effective damage here, but after the burn and the Intimidate, how much will this do?
It should be not that much, because taking Intimidate's always a spread move into a VGC lowers, but even the burn matters too much, because when you have a -1 burned Crocodile on the field, you can even switch in every single one. It most likely don't get the KO. Even Tapu Koko would stay easily Earthquake right now. So bringing up, but interesting, when you see we see now every 4 Pokemon with Miguel. It's Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Gastrodon, and Arcanine. There's no Celesteela. So Miguel, knowing the Celesteela wasn't match winning condition for him, because having a slow Celesteela always means you are in a disadvantage. So bringing up 2 Pokemon who can deal with Celesteela pretty well, but
he really allowed that turn with the status conditions to get him into good position. Obviously, that wasn't something he planned for, it was something that really happened for him, but the next turn was really great, bringing the Intimidate in and also forcing Celesteela now to switch out to not taking any super effective fire-type damage. And also the recover from Gastrodon is huge. He allows that Gastrodon to stick around for even more. We see the Flare Blitz now coming out from the Arcanine into the Celesteela slot. Gastrodon is going to be able to take that really well there, not getting a burn either. We're going to see the recoil damage onto the Arcanine. We're going to see the Earthquake once again from this now heavily weakened Crocodile. So super effective on Arcanine, activating the Citrus Berry on his own Gastrodon here. So going to heal up back to just under a third from away there. And we have just been told we are under 2 minutes left for this round timer now. Toxic coming out from Gastrodon onto the opposing Gastrodon. And with the number of Pokemon left in his party, Miguel is looking like he is pushing his way towards becoming our first European champion.
it could, but yeah, but like we said, we're only 2 minutes on the timer left, so when he's saving up his Crocodile in the back, we still have a 4-4. So it could be a thing anyway, where he's going to manage it somehow to get on time, if he's going to see this as one win condition, because it definitely is one. Because Arcanine is the first Pokemon on the field, it could be easily take the KO on Crocodile, so Davide has to protect the Crocodile, not to protect, to switch it out and never bring it back.
Yep, so we need to see this Crocodile leaving the field now. We are going to see it, there it goes. Nemanja, you're very, very much correct there, because he says Sealer coming back in, a very extremely bulky Pokemon, and it's around half HP, it's also Parasite. We are under a minute left, guys, in the final of the European International Championship. Tapu Lele hitting the field now as well, going to set up the Psychic Terrain. Its Psychic type attacks will be boosted for the next turn, and once again, when we reach the full extent of the timer, Snarl coming out from Arcanine here, when we reach full extent of timer, there will be 3 additional turns in which these players can make their moves.
Okay, I'm not sure if both players, by the way guys, I will track 20 seconds on round time on seconds, so 20 seconds, 18, 17, anyway, it's pretty, it was a pretty cool percent, but anyway, before I want to tell, it's like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys, okay, so we have now reached timer. Timer is completely off. We have 3 turns in which these players can continue to make their moves. The judge will be able to inform us of any rulings that are made at that point, and we will be able to decide who will be the champion.
What is the final? But anyway, by the play Miguel and Davide was playing, this was switching on Celesteela by knowing he could just bring up his Fire Flare Blitz into the Crocodile spot, but he was thinking, okay, doing the safe play, dealing some damage on Tapu Lele, was switching in, doing the Snarl, but now we see the Flare Blitz into the Tapu Lele, it shouldn't be enough.
So we see the big Flare Blitz coming out. We've been told by the judges this is turn 0. We see the Z move coming out from Tapu Lele. Now is the time to get some big damage off. We're going to see the Z power activating once more. Tapu Lele closing its eyes in concentration, getting ready to launch a massive Shattered Psyche attack into Miguel Marti de la Torre. This is Nico Davide's time to try and make his play to be the new European International Champion. Bouncing around, smashing through. Arcanine is down. So Miguel Marti de la Torre losing a Pokemon here. This is huge.
This is huge, but setting up Subway Celesteela is also a very huge play. Man, still being faster, but now he's down.
Tapu Lele's down!
We see it!
Both trainers now down to 3 Pokemon. We are still matched in number of Pokemon here.
We're still in the time, but even very interesting thing how fast is Celesteela by Davide is, because even with the Paralyzed being faster than the Gastrodon by Miguel. I know Gastrodon is a very, very slow Pokemon. Anyway, by the buff by Paralyzed, by being, I guess, 30% now, by being 50% slower. Anyway, I'm so surprised how fast Celesteela can be. But anyway, now both players have to deal with this turn. Well, being timeouts now, time isn't a really relevant thing, it's just about turns here right now.
So we see Gastrodon coming in for Davide, it is poisoned, and Garchomp coming in, which cannot protect. Garchomp has to deal some big damage to the Gastrodon, otherwise it's going to eat an Ice Beam.
It is, yeah, but this could be a double up from this now to 1, guys, by the way, just to mention. Before that was turn 0, this is now turn 1. This is now, Davide could double up into guard jump because Ice Beam shouldn't be enough to get the KO on guard jump. So Heavy Slam and Ice Beam would be pretty sure the KO. Otherwise, I don't think the Earthquake should be enough to get the KO on Gastrodon. I think Davide's Gastrodon is faster than the Gastrodon by Miguel. Am I right?
I actually have the notes here. Yeah, it should. Miguel's Gastrodon is faster.
Miguel's Gastrodon is faster. Okay.
I believe so. Anyway, we will see this turn. So we see the Earthquake coming out. It's not going to affect the Celesteela. We're going to see some big damage onto the Gastrodon on the opposing side of the field. Not known for its defensive bulk. It's known for a special defensive bulk. We're going to see the lead seed. It misses. We see the Ice Beam coming out from Miguel's Gastrodon onto the Gastrodon. It knocks out.
Even without the hit, my gosh, this is it. This is most likely it because I wouldn't think Ice Beam would do so much damage. I would say, okay, Ice Beam, it would stay easier. I was prepared for the Ice Beam on guard jump, but having the faster Gastrodon on the field is the big thing. This is the oh my.
Wow. So, guys, this is going to be turn 2 here in the final of the European International Championship. We have gone through the round timer. This is the penultimate turn before we have to take tiebreakers to decide the game. But with Davide down to 2 Pokemon, Miguel down to 3 Pokemon, he just needs to be able to protect his Pokemon lead to become the first ever European champion.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure if Leaks was the right protect him, if Gastrodon would stay it in. But anyway, I don't want to compare any opportunity this game anymore because taking a Poison Jab into a guard jump to get the 100% KO on it. Seeing now the leech seed from Celesteela's side, but anyway, this isn't any big deal anymore.
Gold now.
Gold, no Gastrodon on Davide's side anymore, so it can spread out the water moves finally.
3-1. Miguel Marti de la Torre. He has been able to finally get it down to just Celesteela here. 3 Pokemon in the lead. We are going into the final turn of the final here in London. And so Celesteela now being able to finally hit its leech seeds. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to hit many of its leech seeds. It hit a fair few, but it missed a few crucial ones in the last game. And Gastrodon and Garchomp here will be leading Miguel through to the final turn before he becomes the European International Champion. We see the Heavy Slam coming out from Celesteela here. It's going to go into that Garchomp slot. It's going to be able to do enough. 35 HP remaining. School coming out now as well onto the Gastrodon. It's going to go into that Celesteela's substitute. Will it break? It should break right now. There we see it going away. Pump of smoke. And the leftovers recovery from Celesteela. We are going to be waiting the judge's decision.
Yeah, we're waiting, but we already know his decision. Maybe it would be difficult. It's just very well played by Miguel. So I will say it's out loud now because it's clear. We can wait for the judges here to do the work, but when we see on the face by Davide, when we see on the face by Miguel, we almost know it's most likely over.
So we just, once again, we have seen some brilliant play from both of these competitors here in the UK. There is a handshake. We see the judge's decision has been made. Miguel Marti de la Torre is your new European International Champion, the first of his kind. Congratulations to Miguel, and well played to both him and Davide. You can see ready to go once again. The team from Miguel Marti de la Torre, Arcanine, Celesteela, Garchomp, Gigalith, Tapu Koko and Gastrodon. For Nico, Davide, Cognetta, Celesteela, Tapu Lele, Arcanine, Crocodile, Gastrodon and Porygon 2. Where do you see this going, Nemanja?
I see this going to a big and huge amount of tournaments ending for a really brilliant final match. And anyway, both sides had the Arcanine was intimidated and the Gastrodon for catching up each other's attack. Maybe the Thundurus and Garchomp wouldn't be such a thing. Depends on how well it's really trained on special defense, because Tapu Koko's Moonblast should be doing, even with or without the Assault Vest, a huge amount of damage. So, but I hope we are maybe. The Celesteela could be a big thing, because Celesteela walling each other teams pretty well, so the Arcanine could be a very interesting factor.
Yeah, and we do know that Nico has entered his team, so has Miguel Marti de la Torre. We are just about to get into this final here in London, the United Kingdom, for the first ever European International Championship. Guys, we are excited. Spain versus Italy here in the final, and we are just about to kick into it. We're going to see the leads any second now. Miguel Marti de la Torre, multiple world contender, and Nico Davide Cognetta, one of his highest placements ever. It's going to be an exciting final. final, and I hope you guys are ready to see it now. Lead coming out from Nico is going to be Crocodile and Celesteela, and for Miguel, that lead again of Tapu Koko and Garchomp.
Yeah, and having Celesteela against Tapu Koko is a thing you don't want to have. But anyway, it's a decent position for both players because Miguel always starting with this discharge earthquake combination. It could be a thing because discharge would be, or thunderbolt would be a huge damage against Celesteela. But this is the option where the lead metagame begins. His only metagame, his own metagame, because turn 1 is always what am I going to pick and how am I going to stay here, because always having the lead into Crocodile for just bringing up the Intimidate is always great. So, but most people are having the advantage from the Earthquake, so no one wants to switch in his Arcanine into it for another Intimidate. But anyway, we're seeing the Protect by Crocodile here, and it gets the Thunderbolt.
Oh, there we go. We see Miguel points down. That does a load of damage there. So the Protect from Crocodile. We're going to see a double target into Celesteela. It goes down on the first turn. Miguel is making the big plays here in the final, and Nico is down to 3 Pokemon on the first turn. A bit of a switch around here because Nico was being very, very aggressive in his first couple of turns against other players in this tournament, and so to have the tables turn this quickly is a little bit of a problem for him. But Tapu Lele is going to come in now, setting up the psychic terrain and overriding electric terrain.
Yeah, it's a very difficult choice because when you're seeing the first turn, you never want to be too risky, but having the because Thunderbolt into Celesteela was so obvious, so just taking a Crocodile, get some attack with the Celesteela, trying to break this up from your Tapu Koko. So it's something you would love, but reading the by Miguel, just playing by the safe, doing the obvious thing and going to Thunderbolt, and it paid off. It was really good play by Miguel right now.
Yeah, and so we do actually see the Garchomp switching out here. What's going to be coming in is Celesteela as well, which does not take that much damage from the Psychic or Fairy type attacks coming out from Tapu Lele. Crocodile is going to return as well, so a lot of switching here, a bit of a revolving door of Pokemon. And we're going to see Arcanine coming in here, which is going to intimidate the Celesteela and also the Tapu Koko as well.
So why are we seeing Celesteela here? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Z move, maybe. Because every first turn Nico in the top cut was in the first turn Tapu Lele was here using the Z move, yeah. So brilliant switch in by Celesteela, because taking the hit by Tapu Lele doesn't mind because you around with the Focus Sash, you have not so much bulk. So if you're taking a Z crystal move or you say Psychic, it's kind of the same thing. But maybe we're seeing into the Celesteela, so a huge predict by Miguel. Again, doing it so, showing himself he's not nervous, always in the right place.
But that is a lot of damage either way. Celesteela is a very bulky Pokemon. We have seen how much damage this Pokemon can soak up, and still having that switch in to almost waste the Z move from Tapu Lele there. A really great move by Miguel.
Yeah, we saw how important was the Z move by Tapu Lele in Nico's team, because against Novias he was like always the Z move came in, you get the 1 KO. Or the last match, the Italian match, where even a Rockrunnit can stay a Z move by Tapu Lele. A Rockrunnit has like, I don't know, 132 special defense. This is huge.
Yeah, so that Z move not doing as much damage as Nico would have wanted. He wanted to remove that Garchomp from the field. And we do see the switch out from Crocodile as well, so saving Intimidate and also the Focus Sash that we've seen previously as well. So he does have that in the back for later. But speaking of going to the back, we have Tapu Koko leaving the field. Gastrodon coming in now, which will not take too much fire type damage from that Arcanine. We are actually going to see the Protect coming out from Arcanine here. What is Tapu Lele going to go for? Is he going to launch an attack? No, it's the Celesteela going to launch a Protect as well. Tapu Lele, is it going to attack into Celesteela? No, it's going to go into that Tapu Koko slot. We're going to see Gastrodon take some big damage here, boosted by the Psychic Terrain and the Special Defense drop. That is huge. Moringa Berry is going to activate here, but it's only going to be boosted by 1 stage.
Yeah, but this drop is so unfortunate for Miguel, because you could stay without this drop. He's now able to get the 1 KO on Tapu Lele with any attack, so you could even decide to go on the Boom Blast if you want, but Psychic's also most likely the better way. Anyway, saving your Tapu Koko for the rest, because having always the Focus Sash on it brings it into some position, but maybe you don't need Tapu Koko anymore since Celestina already fainted, so still you can have a try. Maybe we're seeing the Celestina anyway.
But having the Crocodile on the back for Nico means that he could use Dazzling Gleam later on. Tapu Koko is extremely fast, so he does have options, but he actually is going to bring Tapu Koko in now. Maybe we're going to see the overriding of the Psychic terrain with Electric terrain, meaning Psychic will not be doing that much damage. It's going to target into the Koko slot, so good. Another special defense drop there from the Psychic. A good target down by Tapu Lele. A double target wanting to clear the field of Celestina there with a flamethrower as well. Tapu Koko goes down, and Miguel Martin del Torre has lost a Pokemon here. We do see the recover though, so Gastrodon is going to put itself back up to a nice number of health here, just below full HP.
Yeah, very destroying turn by Miguel, because thinking about Gastrodon would faint at this turn anyway, so maybe he tries to get up a recover here, get some HP back. But anyway, losing a Tapu Koko when he was to save it is always a big deal. But Celestina is in a very good position as long as you can handle the Arcanine pretty well.
And what two moves could handle Arcanine better than the Scald and So Arcanine obviously is a big threat to the Celestina, which Miguel still has in the back and has been used as a win condition by a lot of trainers here this weekend. So we're going to have to see how well he can protect that and clear the field of threats.
Yeah, but anyway, Garchomp seeing here, like you said, Scald and Earthquake both attacks. Arcanine don't want to stay in. He always have his timid option in the back, but also his timid option named Crocodile don't want to get into it in a water type attack. Anyway, Gastrodon, you guys should keep in mind to have the special defense drop onto Gastrodon, so don't be too risky. But now we see the Crocodile getting into it, bringing out the Intimidate.
So we do see the Intimidate coming out from Crocodile here. It does have that focus sash, so it will need to take 2 attacks to be able to be knocked out. The Poison Jab is going to go into Tapu Lele. How much does do? Tapu Lele survived with, and the Poison there as well, so Tapu Lele will not be able to stick around for too much longer. The Poison will activate and slowly take away its HP. We see the Moonblast onto Assault Vest Garchomp. This does a load of damage as well, leaving it down just below a third of HP. And we see the special attack dropping, which doesn't matter too much, but here comes a Scald. Double target on Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele goes down.
And thankfully the poison didn't matter, because anyway, double target in Tapu Lele. Now the biggest offensive threat is away. Now Miguel can set up his defensive core, just get a way to handle the Arcanine a little bit better, to get the brilliant Celestina sweep in the back.
So Arcanine does come back in, is going to lower the attack of Garchomp here, but a really, really clever and very well played out game plan by Miguel here. So really great double target to Tapu Lele, a really powerful special attacking threat on Nico's side of the field. And what do you see this turn going, Emmanuel?
I'm seeing, because there's no special attack that threatens Gastrodon anymore, so there's no reason to switch it out. Also very risky by Miguel to keep it in always. But Garchomp is such a... The Assault Vest is so huge in Garchomp. Now I can see why he's playing it. His Moonblast requires 70%. I mean, it's okay, but it's a Moonblast, a stab Moonblast into a Garchomp, and he hangs in like a champ.
This is a very, very bulky Garchomp, and Assault Vest has been an item that Miguel has relied on extremely often in this tournament. We're actually going to see Garchomp leaving the field now. Celestina's coming in against that Arcanine. We're actually going to see Arcanine protecting, so a nice positioning for Celestina here. We don't have any super effective Fire-type damage going that way. Earthquake coming out from Crocodile, not going to affect Celestina because it's a flying type, so Miguel making the read here. We're going to see the Gastrodon taking a fair amount of damage there. It's still with half HP, and we're going to see the Scald. It's going to go into that Crocodile slot, so not caring about the protect here. Does it get the burn? No burn.
No burn.
No burn, but the focus sash is now damaged, so Crocodile will go down to 1 more hit.
Yeah, that's true. And even if Earthquake does a little bit more damage than I thought so, this isn't a quite good position for Nico, because anyway, when you are attacking with your Arcanine into Celestina, Celestina has always the protect option. He has the option to switch back. So into the Garchomp, and this is like, but we don't see the Rock Slide.
Hello, Rock Slide. Fast Rock Slides could pick up flinches, and we all know what that means. We could be seeing some non-moving Pokemon this turn. We see the Flamethrower coming out from Arcanine onto Celestina. How much will this do? Celestina hangs around 21 HP. Is that... Oh, there was that flinch! And there's a Gastrodon move. There's the Scald coming out onto the Arcanine here, putting it in range for another Scald later on. Celestina unfortunately flinching, probably wanted to take out that Crocodile with a heavy slam. Not able to move this turn, but Wow, what an exciting turn. This is why Rock Slide from fast Pokemon really hurt.
Yeah, I hope we can avoid the fast Pokemon Rock Slide here, but with the new Pokemon, with such bulky Pokemon, even a mid-speed Pokemon like Crocodile can set up the fastest Pokemon be on the field and send up the Rock Slide. But anyway, now this position for Miguel is kind of difficult a little bit. It depends on how he handles Gastrodon, because now Gastrodon is in the position to get a KO on Crocodile and Arcanine. So Celesteela, you don't need it anymore because he has like 33% as HP. That's not much, but now we're seeing
the crunch coming out into Gastrodon. It does not pick up the KO. It gets a defense drop. We have Garchomp in the back, which will be able to get a fast Earthquake off later on. So if Celesteela goes down here, we have Garchomp coming in as the fastest Pokemon.
Yeah, but now we see it didn't. Maybe he thought about picking up the KO. Yeah, seeing that scored into Arcanine, picks up the KO. Yeah,
and Arcanine goes down.
It goes down. Yeah, and now we're seeing just one Crocodile brand new side against the Gastrodon and the Garchomp in the back. So, but anyway, when we're seeing that this, he maybe could double up into Gastrodon because Celesteela. Okay, Celesteela should pick up Heavy Slam, so it's Miguel would be do everything alright with a Heavy Slam and Crocodile. It would be anyway in his favor, but interesting to see, maybe because Fire...
There we go, that's the forfeit right there.
You have like Crocodile, you have your own Celesteela, so the chance that he would pick Vigorous is small, but your most powerful dealing Pokemon, Tapu Lele, this is the thing, how are you going to be to deal with it? Because we saw the one-time great switch into Celesteela, into the Psychic Z move, but is Miguel able to get the second time with such a good predict?
Lots of questions, time for answers. We are moving into Game 2 here in the final of the European International Championships. Miguel Marti Della Torre again, Garchomp and Tapu Koko. Crocodile and Celesteela from Nico Davide Cuneta. He needs to win this game to take us to Game 3. Otherwise, our new European International Champion is Miguel.
Alright, so seeing the same lead like in the first game, and we said doing a very risky play by Nico, not protecting the Celesteela, protecting the Crocodile, and trying to get an attack off, but the read by Miguel, getting the Thunderbolt into Celesteela, and the double KO thanks to Garchomp into it. So we're in the same position now, so I'm not sure if Nico wants to try it again, but it would be a very risky play if you try to do the same trick again.
Oh, but it'd be so exciting if we see this. Again, this is a very mind game heavy first lead here. The Crocodile did protect last time, so we'll have to see if the same chain of events will come out here. So Miguel's still taking time to choose his moves. We are going to see, what are we going to see here? We're going to see the Crocodile return from the field. It's going to say keep that Intimidate and Focus Sash for later on. Tapu Lele making an appearance now, so any sort of electric type attack will be weakened just because electric terrain isn't around the more psychic terrain. Will boost psychic attacks here. We're going to see the Dazzling Gleam coming out instead, so a bit of a change up here already. We have the Garchomp also going for the Fire Fang into Celesteela, so not as much damage dealt on the first turn, and now we see the Leech Seed coming out. Celesteela finally able to get up a bit of recovery and able to do something in this final.
And especially the most thing, there's no Focus Sash anymore on Tapu Koko, so this is a really free thing for Nico right now. Having no Sash, having a normal Tapu Koko, having the chance to get the 1 KO on it, and this is something you always want. So now having always in the second turn the Tapu Lele on the field, the chance to get the Z-Crystal move, and I'm really sure if, even if Garchomp stay a Moonblast that well, I'm not sure if we want to stay Z-Crystal move by Tapu Lele.
Especially with the Psychic Terrain boost and how offensive this Tapu Lele seems to be. Nico has revealed the Z-Crystal in the previous match and does love to launch it the first time Tapu Lele appears on the field, but we're not going to see it this time. We're actually going to see the Protect, safer plays coming out from Nico here. We're going to see the Thunderbolt going into that slot. Protect prevents it there. We're going to see another attack going into that slot as well. Really great play here. Leech Seed coming out onto the Garchomp now, so little bit of draining health each turn, wearing away. Celesteela loves to do this.
It's a brilliant play because, like I said before, Nico is now known for when he's pulling up his Tapu Lele on the field. It's always the first turn Psychic Z move into one of the Pokemon. It's most likely one kill. So Miguel knew about it and was speculating. Okay, he's about to attack, so I will double up into the Tapu Lele set. just because he's faster, not giving him any chance to get the 1 KO because he's more probably the strongest Z move out there thanks to his ability with psychic terrain. Anyways, now Nico changes his ability. He just protected with Tapu Lele, getting another leech seed off, so Miguel is now forced to stay in or forced to stay out. Anyway, Celesteela will be definitely free to not getting KO'd this turn.
And we see Tapu Lele switching out here, so again, Nico changing up his strategies from previous games. We see another Intimidate coming out from the Crocodile who returns to the field here. Doesn't take any damage from the electric type attacks from Tapu Koko because it is a ground type. Dazzling Gleam though, so gonna take some big damage here. And Focus Sash is now broken. We're going to see the Poison Jab going into the Crocodile as well. Not gonna pick up the knockout here. Does it get the poison? It does! So many poison turns coming out, and here we see the heavy slam here coming up from Celesteela. Gonna go into that Tapu Koko. It's gonna knock it out. That's a critical hit. Wow.
What a huge turn. We saw the poison, and anyway, so it's huge because thanks to it's so good because thanks to double intimidate onto Garchomp, even with the poison, the Crocodile is able to get 1 turn longer on the field. So maybe the poison doesn't mind so much because Garchomp couldn't protect anyway, but having a heavy slam with the Tapu Koko and getting the 1-hit KO, it's so huge.
Look at that little sliver of health
but
there.
it's enough. It's still enough to hang in for this turn.
Oh, so poison is something that we've seen a lot to deal with the fairy types that are running rampant in BGC 17. And so we've had Toxic, we've had Poison Jab, and it just feels like most Poison Jabs are inflicting that poison status.
It really feels like 50%. It feels like Scald, because Scald has 30% of poison, but we all know it's more than 40. It's more than 50% of.
So we've got Garchomp Celesteela against Crocodile Celesteela. Nemanja, how does this turn end up? We see Crocodile leaving. Oh, we do.
Well, why not? Because you want to intimidate, and you will get to intimidate. Now we're seeing the Gastrodon in, having a kind of safe play now, just hang in. We're seeing the Earthquake just hitting the Gastrodon, but I'm pretty sure Gastrodon will hang in pretty well, and now Celesteela wouldn't do anything big against Gastrodon. We're seeing Celesteela by Nico Davide is faster, so he can bring out his sub, but now Celesteela bringing up his own sub. So, okay, but we know the Celesteela by Davide is having up a leech seed onto a Garchomp, so he's in a little bit more better position.
So the substitute party has started. Celesteela both sitting behind their respective substitutes, and as you mentioned, Nemanja, we do see the leech seed damage coming off of Garchomp there and healing Celesteela back for Davide there. So Gastrodon taking that Earthquake really well. Gastrodon pressures Garchomp a bit as well, and Garchomp wants to get rid of that leech seed damage now as well and stop additional healing for the Celesteela on Davide's side of the field.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, Garchomp can stay, as long as it just gets some leech seed damage, it could stay longer in, but now we've seen the switch out into his own Gastrodon just to save the Celesteela, and this could be very interesting now because we have to exactly mirror, but we're seeing the Ice Beam, right into the Celesteela, but not enough to break this up.
So nice play by Nico there. Obviously, Ice Beam is super effective against Garchomp, but if he chose to use the Scald and try and pick up a burn and try and hamper its physical attack as well, he would have had issues with the Storm Drain. And we see the side leech seed as well here. So that's a move that we saw Yuri from Italy using on stream yesterday. And so this allows Celesteela to continue to get multiple sources of healing back. Really well played, an interesting way to handle the Celesteela mirror.
It is, because when you leech seed your own Pokemon, you will. It's so weird when you will look at the stream. You switch in the stream and seeing someone seeding his own Pokemon, but you protect your own Pokemon, your Gastrodon, from being leech seed by the other Celesteela. So it's a very good choice, but this is very important when you have the fastest Celesteela on the field. So when you're doing stuff like leech seeding your own Pokemon or the opposite Pokemon, you have to be the fastest Celesteela. But now, just a safe turn, seeing the protect by Celesteela from Miguel. It's just a safe turn, yeah.
As Davide has shown that his Celesteela is faster, we are going to see it launch leech seed onto that Gastrodon here. So both Gastrodon seeded by one Celesteela, which is not something I thought I'd be saying in this final. We see the Recover coming up now, and this is the great thing about these bulky water types. We saw Milotic from Yuri yesterday using Recover and getting the side stream as well. But we see the Toxic coming out here. Toxic landing onto Davide's Gastrodon. So that will be draining its health a little bit, as well as his own leech seed now. So both Celesteela Celesteela setting up, starting to get the recovery back in, but the Toxic on the Gastrodon from Davide is a bit of an issue.
It's a big issue because yeah, having 2 times chip damage from the Toxic and the Leech Seed into a Gastrodon spot is too much. Because Miguel can now sit and wait because Davide is the person who had to do the first turn. He had to switch off Gastrodon as long as it's not too late. So maybe Miguel trying to predict the switch in now or on the next turn so he can spread out his water moves. Storm Gastrodon would normally catch off. So Miguel played himself again in a pretty good position right now.
Yeah, we do have that double lock going on now as well. So Celesteela launching heavy slams on each other may not break each other's sub. Gastrodon actually resists the heavy slam from Celesteela. Both Gastrodon cannot use their water type attacks for fear of boosting the other type special attacks as well. Here goes a heavy slam into the Gastrodon on Miguel's side, onto Miguel's side of the field. Doesn't do too much damage there. Celesteela uses substitute again, so not being able to, no sub was being broken that turn. Anyway, the Ice Beam is launched into it now, and the substitute not taking any damage here. Another Ice Beam onto the opposing Celesteela now as well. Substitute hanging around. No, it's broken there. There we go. Substitute is now broken here. We're going to see the leftovers picking up for Celesteela and a lot more Leech Seed coming up.
So why is it important you can that Celesteela by Miguel isn't having a sub anymore, because now Celesteela by Davide is able to get the Leech Seed out of the Celesteela by Miguel because he's the fastest Celesteela. So before the tournament I wouldn't be sure if the speed of Celesteela wouldn't be a thing, but now it definitely is, because I've been kind of curious for a few days or weeks how fast we have to play your Celesteela to be the fastest Celesteela on the field.
Are we going to start seeing max investment speed Celesteela?
Yeah. Or maybe like JB Boy playing as Jolly Marowak.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see the speed creep come out from most of these Pokemon. We see the protection coming out from Celesteela there. A Leech Seed missing the, going into the protect there. We see a recover coming out from Miguel's Gastrodon. And that's going to put it back to just about full health. There we go. And we're going to see the Ice Beam coming out from Gastrodon on this side of the field. Going to go into that Gastrodon. They're going to activate the Moranga Berry, giving it a special defense boost. And are we going to see anything? Yeah, no, we're just going to see the leftovers coming out from Celesteela. And again, slow turns, slow grinding turns, but all the time we're going to see Gastrodon on the Davide side of the field taking poison damage and that Leech Seed as well.
Yeah, so Davide has definitely to take the first turn, because it's just a matter of time when Gastrodon have to go out, because he's heavily poisoned by the toxin. He's always getting more and more damage. So, like we said, look at this damage. This is just the second round or the third round. I'm not really sure. Anyway, it's more and more for each round. So the only thing Miguel has to do is just sit and wait. Wait till he drops out and switches out Gastrodon, and then keep up attacking with Gold. And the lovely thing about Gold is, like we said before, the burn chance.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we get rid of this Gastrodon here, so that we do see a switch out on the Gastrodon here to reset the poison damage. We've seen that a lot over this weekend due to the higher usage of Toxic. Speaking of poison, we do have Crocodile coming back in. It has roughly 1 HP, so the poison damage at the end of this turn will knock it out here. We're going to see a Leech Seed once again from Celesteela onto the opposing Celesteela, so Miguel's Celesteela will be worn down by Leech Seed now. Substitute once again coming out from Miguel's Celesteela. So substitute party in full effect once more. Ice Beam from the Gastrodon on Miguel's side of the field onto the Celesteela sub. Will this take it out now? No, it does not. We see the leftovers on Celesteela. Lots of healing, and Crocodile will go down.
Yeah, now it is the first turn where the poison really matters, because in this case we had the Crocodile on the field. Crocodile could do a relevant amount of damage on the Gastrodon. So unfortunately the poison happens like 20 turns before, in my feeling. So no more Crocodile here, and maybe Davide uses the chance to get, I don't think he wants his own Gastrodon back, so maybe we'll see the comeback of Tapulele here.
Well, we'll have to see what Nico decided to... we have to see if Nico decides to bring in Tapulele just to get some big damage onto that Gastrodon. But no, he wants to keep the Storm Drain lock going on. And Celesteela both sitting behind substitutes. We said before that Kartana was the most used Ultra Beast going into this top 8, but it is Celesteela's day now. We do have the substitute party in full effect. Both Gastrodon on the field protecting the Celesteela from taking water-type damage from school. And we could be in for the long haul here.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, Nico Davide has still this powerhouse Tapulele in the back with the psychic Z move. So maybe it's already game plan, or maybe he's just waiting for the right turn. He could use his Tapulele to get one KO onto a specific type of Pokemon. So Celesteela going out for a guard shop is a kind of good move because Celesteela can't do anything right now. And watching out Ice Beam, he was probably predicting a recover aspect of him Protect. So maybe Miguel predicted also Protect, but no, most likely Davide should play the recover just to get the HP back. But now, no recover being most likely the slowest Pokemon on the field, having the guard shop, in fact, this could be huge.
Yeah, so Garchomp coming in here with the Fire Fang that we have seen, and it is a Assault Vest as well, so it may be able to survive an Ice Beam from this Gastrodon. We need to see how it's trained, but being able to do some big damage to the Celesteela with Fire Fang if it chooses to lock in here. And we do know that the Gastrodon on Miguel's side of the field is moving first, but we see the Protect coming out from the Gastrodon on Davide's side of the field. And Garchomp is the big offense here, but we're actually going to see a switch out now. So Celesteela coming back in, it's lost its substitute, it lost its additional healing. Are we just going to see the Ice Beam going into that slot? We're going to see the opposing Celesteela set up once more the substitute now. So Gastrodon is going to be using the Ice Beam onto the Celesteela of Miguel here. Gastrodon on his side of the field going to set up the recover, as you said, Nemanja. So a bit of a non-turn, but some great HP back for the Gastrodon for Miguel.
It's an interesting turn now by Davide because he's still not recovering his Gastrodon, so maybe he wants to get his Gastrodon failed to get 100% sure switching from his Tapulele and not even attacking into the Garchomp. Maybe, like I said, no, he don't want to recover, he just wants to get a grip of his own Gastrodon because Gastrodon can't do anything, just catch up all water type attacks, so maybe need just the power of the Tapulele here to get the KO on the Gastrodon from Miguel's side and even at this. But we're in the second game now and still we have like 20 minutes left, so people should be hurry up if you're going to be in the third game.
Yeah, so we do see that your time for Miguel is at 5 minutes and 34 seconds, 20 minutes left on the round timer. A switch out from Gastrodon here. Tapulele making its appearance once again, and the Psychic Terrain is going to come out here. So we're going to see the Leech Seed being avoided by the Celesteela. Another Leech Seed going on to that Gastrodon slot. Tapulele is going to take the Leech Seed here. And what is Gastrodon going to do on Miguel's side of the field? We see the Ice Beam going into that slot. Is it going to pick up a freeze here? No, it does not. We see the leftovers activating for Celesteela, and now we could be seeing a Z-move.
Yeah, we could, but anything. This is the kind of damage, or chip damage, Davide didn't want on his Tapulele, because Tapulele is the only Pokemon who can deal with kind of with Celesteela, because I know it's not that strong, but you can get some damage off, but it's not only on Celesteela is important, but on Gastrodon, and somehow also on Garchomp. So now it's even in the range for Garchomp if he's going to come somehow in the battle without taking damage. So really good position now for Miguel, because having his Gastrodon out with a lot of HP, Celesteela untouchable for everything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Also, have you checked out Miguel's trainer? Those are some fantastic sunglasses right there.
Fantastic sound, very fancy, yeah?
Yeah, and I love the Alolan Digital t-shirt coming out from Davide's trainer as well. Looking fresh, everybody. So Gastrodon and Celesteela on the field for Miguel. And Tapulele, again, does not want to be having that much damage on it. It is a big, powerful special attacker. We're going to see a Protect coming out from Miguel's Celesteela now. And we're going to see this, the Z move coming out from Davide. Which slot has this gone into? That's the real question now. So once again, the Shattered Psyche activating. It's going to infuse itself with its Z power. We're going to have to see how much damage this is going to do and which target it's going to go into.
Yeah, maybe we're seeing the last Z move we can see here on the live stream. Anyway, we're seeing the Gastrodon, and this could be just a lot of animation. I just want to mention it. Anyway, we're seeing this, and it should be.
That is a knockout!
Yeah, sure, it's a knockout. Sure. Now we're seeing the crowd is kind of getting, because everyone expected it. But anyway, this is like I said, it's the strongest Z move we got around.
Yeah, so finally we do have the ability for Davide's Gastrodon to be able to use his water type attacks now, but with the poison, it's going to be a little bit of a problem for it to stick around for too long without using recover a lot. But Tapu Lele doing its work, coming in and getting rid of what was effectively a lockdown on Miguel's side of the field.
Yeah, and now, like we said, Tapu Lele did a little bit too much damage by the Ice Beam, by the Leaf Seed. Now it's definitely in the KO range by the Poison Jab from the Garchomp. And even if he's going to bring up his own Gastrodon back, it's pretty difficult because when you bring up your Gastrodon, you couldn't always get KO'd by the next round. But you're seeing the Fire Fang into Celesteela, no protect by Tapu Lele. This could be a very huge thing now. Even if breaking this up by a Fire Fang, sure thing. Anyway, now pretty curious. Are we going to see the Moon Blast into the Garchomp?
Here we go. Garchomp's health is going down. We see the knockout there. Garchomp has gone down. Celesteela for Miguel Marti de la Torre, the only Pokemon remaining. And there goes Substitute on Davide's head. We see the handshake coming out now. So it looks like we are going to be going to Game 3.
Game 3, yeah. Even if the Assault Vest is such a great item on Garchomp, I'm pretty sure Miguel wants to wish his Protect for this round back, because Protect would be a safe play, but there's no safe play when there's no Protect. So he had the choice. Is he attacking Tapu Lele and taking then the heavy slam damage or otherwise? So no matter, he was not protecting, he was hoping for protecting Tapu Lele. So attacking Celesteela, it wasn't happening. Davide was smart enough to get both attack off into the Garchomp, and yeah, 3-1 for Davide here on the positioning.
But we know that Celesteela is a very strong Pokemon. We could see a couple more turns yet before we are able to break this fantastic wall of a beast. And we're going to see Gastrodon now coming in. It's obviously poison, so we're able to do damage. We see the substitute once again from Celesteela. So once again jumping in behind. Was that another failed Leech Seed there?
They were all... They got a lot of Leech Seed missed today, especially on this match. So really unfortunately for Davide here again, for missing another Leech Seed. But anyway, now getting the Gastrodon off. Having the chance for recover, but there's always a chance to get a heavy slam and a crit on the Gastrodon. So let's hope for Davide to not get crit, to get the recover off onto the Gastrodon. So this could also be a turn where Miguel could stop it, could finish it.
Yeah, so we see Miguel now. He has the opportunity to try and waste out this Gastrodon with the poison damage. Obviously, it will increase over time. It is heavily poisoned. Tapu Lele will not appreciate taking a heavy slam once it comes in from the other side of the field. And we see the heavy slam coming out from Davide's Celesteela going into that substitute. It's not going to break. No, it's not going to break at all. We're going to see the Leech Seed coming out. It's going to go into that Gastrodon slot, speeding up the process of it leaving the field now as well. Are we going to see the School coming out onto the onto the substitute? This should break it. So Celesteela will be free to take attacks next turn. And here it goes, Celesteela is back. It's a gigantic Pokemon, isn't it, Manuel?
It is, yeah. And maybe now Davide has another chance to get the Leech Dog into the Celesteela. Anyway, it's very difficult for Davide now. It's already in his favor, so but still deciding again not to recover with the Gastrodon, getting his attack off, breaking this up. Always great play. But this shouldn't be enough to get the KO on the Gastrodon. No, it hangs in with a little bit of HP to hang on in the poison. You don't care about the poison all the time, not. So pretty solid plays here by Davide.
Just one more turn, Gastrodon, please, just one more turn, and we finally get it. So Davide still has 3 Pokemon. Tapu Lele is in the back. We need to see if we're going to get a Leech Seed onto this Celesteela on Miguel's side of the field. The substitute and the Leech Seed is the combo that Davide is looking for. We see the Protect coming out from Celesteela now, and Gastrodon needs to recover this turn. We're going to see the Leech Seed coming out. Oh, what we're going to see from Gastrodon? We see the Scald, so Gastrodon will go down this turn due to obviously the Leech Seed and also the poison damage. We got the recovery from Celesteela here. We're going to see the Leech Seed activating. That will remove Gastrodon from the field.
Yeah, we should just mention, on the last timer we had from 16 and before, this match would be like over since, I don't know, like 5 turns, and Davide would take the win. But with the new system, Miguel knows how to play with the new timer rule, with the kind of chess timer, and still always just, what's the tactic when you play? What is the plan when you play against Celesteela? Just kick off everything next to it.
Yeah, so speaking of timer, we are down to 13 minutes for the round timer here. So Tapu Lele coming in, it will be the fastest thing on the field. Will it be able to use a Thunderbolt? No, we actually just see it going for the Protect here to stop any sort of heavy slam antics we can see from Celesteela. The opposing Celesteela is now going to get that lead seed up. So it is behind the substitute. It will get that residual healing back. We see the substitute coming out from Miguel's side of the field. So Tapu Lele has the option to be able to use our Thunderbolt into that slot to break it. And we got Celesteela with substitute and leech seed and leftovers now.
Yeah, we got it, but anyway, finally, like we said, finally gets leashed into the Celesteela by Miguel. Anyway, good predict by getting into sub, knowing that Davide is going to Tapu Lele into the Protect. It's just a predict you can do. It's not a risky play, but it's also a kind of good play. So this is also a thing Miguel can, even if he's in such a difficult position he can do it. And obviously the Thunderbolt into the Celesteela would be easy to get to knock KO off the substitute, but you don't need to. You should probably see the heavy slam right now.
Oh, there we go. The heavy slam is coming out from the Celesteela there. The substitute going up in a puff of smoke from that Thunderbolt. Not doing too much of damage with the heavy slam at all there. The resistance is coming in very great favour for Celesteela on Miguel's side of the field. Tapu Lele has now left the field with a knockout from the heavy slam. So we are down to Celesteela versus Celesteela. We've got a beast boost, but it's going to be this special defense now. With one Celesteela behind a substitute and leech seed, Davide's Celesteela is looking like it's in a better position.
It is, yeah. But talk about the whole last 20 turns by Davide, keeping all we talked about before that, because Tapu Lele is a really big thing in this matchup, and saving it in the back, not wasting a Z Crystal in the first turns like you did.
Oh, that's a forfeit right there. So actually we just see the forfeit coming out there. Gastrodon, and then Celesteela, Tapu Lele, Arcanine, Crocodile, Gastrodon, and Porygon 2.
So, we saw it in the first game, in the second game, exactly the same leads. But we saw in the second game, Davide was very fast with picking. Now he takes a little bit more time, seeing already locked in by Miguel. So, if he's... I would... Why not? Because Tapu Koko was kind of a thing in the first match. In the second match, by great play by Davide, the sash was away. And without the sash, this isn't even a big thing. So, but guys, we're heading into the match. Here we go.
The last game, the finals of the European International Championship here in London. Give it up once again. Miguel Marti Della Torre, Nico Davide Conietta. Both of these players are playing to become the first ever European champion.
Now we're seeing a tactic change by here. We're seeing Gastrodon and Tapu Lele, but Miguel stays with his own lead combo. Tapu Koko Garchomp again onto the field. Anyway, seeing it, Gastrodon likes to stay in Tapu Koko, like we mentioned a few times before. So maybe Gastrodon could be a thing in this thing, but Tapu Koko and Garchomp, the fastest Pokemon on the field, being able to get the KO on Tapu Lele. So maybe we're seeing again, because Thunderbolt and Poison Jet into Tapu Lele is obvious.
Yep.
We saw in the first game obvious things happen. So Davide think, okay, it's so obvious, I'm still going for it. And Miguel's like, okay, I just do the normal play, doing Thunderbolt into it, and getting rid of one Pokemon the first game. So
First turn mind games are obviously a really big part of Pokemon, but it means so much more when in the finals like this, and we're really excited to get underway here, guys. Tapu Koko obviously being able to put out some big damage with Thunderbolts, but we see the Protect coming up from Tapu Lele here, wanting to make sure it stays around on the field, and we're going to see the Dazzling Gleam coming out from Tapu Koko onto only the Gastrodon here. Doesn't take too much damage, surviving with only take under a quarter of damage there. Sorry, guys. We're going to see the Scald coming out onto the Garchomp. Will there be a burn? No burn there, so nice little bit of damage for the Gastrodon to do to the Garchomp. Put it in range, maybe of a Moonblast if it's a high damage roll, but Tapu Lele taking no damage there, and that's a good thing.
That is a good thing, yeah. Always keep your focus edge. This is the point Tapu Koko wants to have. But Scald was a fair amount of try, because you want to have to burn a Garchomp without Protect with the burn. Is the thing you want to handle with. But come on, it could be no chance to get the KO by an Ice Beam, but Moonblast is the only attack who can get the KO on Garchomp, but not even for sure. I mean, it's like 45% HP just do better scores. But Tapu Lele can't stay on the field, he has to go out, because definitely Poison Jab are doing too much damage, but we're seeing the switch up by Guard Jump into the Gastrodon here.
So Gastrodon is hitting the field for that Guard Jump. Are we going to see, Tapu Lele is leading the field, great call in the Mania. We're going to see Crocodile coming in here instead, hoping to get the Intimidate off onto that Guard Jump. So instead it's actually going to be facing down against another Sea Slug. So Gastrodon on the field for both players now. The Thunderbolt going into both one of the ground types and not able to hit. Ice Beam going into the opposing Gastrodon now. Groudon, that's a blast from the past. And we see the Maranga Berry coming up for Gastrodon on Miguel's side of the field. And yeah, I mean, with Celesteela around.
So what happened in this turn? We saw just Tapu Lele couldn't be on the field because it was too obvious that Tapu Lele was so important in the second match. So Davide couldn't take the risk to stay in instead of an attack. So the predict by Miguel was, okay, I was like definitely in Poison Jab, so I think he would put in Celesteela, predicting that and go for Thunderbolt. This whole process Davide was predicting. So this is high level stuff we got here, guys.
So we could be seeing an Ice Beam coming out from either Gastrodon here. Do you expect Tapu Koko to leave the field and try and keep its focus sash intact and bring in a Celesteela now?
It should be, because when you have your focus sash in, but you see the Gastrodon switching, that means Tapu Koko stays in because it's a fast Pokemon in the field. But seeing the Protect is kind of the same. Always want to have your focus sash. Just only you could do the Dazzling Gleam, but the little bit of damage you can do on Crocodile, or not even the KO on Crocodile, isn't worth to lose your focus sash.
So a nice turn there for Davide, some good positioning. Celesteela coming in. It is a flying type Pokemon, regardless of the fact of how heavy it looks, and is actually. So it will not take any damage from the Earthquake. Gastrodon there having to use Ice Beam only because the Gastrodon being on the field turn previously, meaning it can use Water type attacks, Storm Drain, and Tapu Koko protecting and keeping his focus sash around for longer.
Yeah, and you just want Tapu Koko to deal well with Celesteela, because in the second match Celesteela was a very important Pokemon. I would say the MVP. So you want Tapu Koko, you want Thunderbolt into Celesteela, because this is the only huge damage you can do with it.
And we do see the Thunderbolt going onto the Celesteela there, taking it down to below half HP, and the Paralysis! That's a big deal.
That's a very big deal, because now we are the slowest Celesteela, even the slowest Pokemon on the field. You can take any damage, being the Earthquake, take Tapu Koko to his focus sash, and do a good amount of damage in the Gastrodon. Anyway, this Paralyzed is so...
There it is!
It is! It is a Paralyzed by Celesteela, oh my god!
And we see the Squall coming out onto Crocodile. We're going to see a burn here as well.
Y Daniel, vas a ser el tercero en que te mande la requisición. Primero va a ser... ahorita les digo el orden. Se había ganado ahí otras dos personas. Así que por turnos ahorita les voy a decir el orden. No me manden solicitud, yo les voy a mandar solicitud. Dice Daniel Arias, se oye la canción muy fuerte. Ok, le bajo.
Looking for the Paralyze, you could just run to discharge because you have to guess around the field. He's got a Crocodile, so you will hit the Celesteela anyway. But
a mí me gusta mucho esta canción, pero sí, te entiendo, voy a bajar.
I'm not a math specialist, but I know it's pretty rare to happen that.
Yeah, and that is a big turn in favor of Miguel here. So
okay, le voy a bajar a la canción.
Back to the wall now. He really has to play really carefully and really confidently to be able to win this game.
Es como para darle un ambiente un poco más animado.
A bit more punishment for that Crocodile.
Ahí está, ya le bajé.
Obviously lowering its attack stat and Intimidate lowering it as well. And also getting Intimidate onto Celesteela. We see the Protect coming out from Celesteela, passing through.
Pueden dar lo que les sobre. No me necesitan dar nada de Pokémon especiales ni nada. Ahí me dan lo que les vaya sobrando de los breeding, de lo que quieran.
Always a spread move into a VGC lower speed, but even the burn matters too much, because when you have a -1 burned Crocodile on the field, you can even switch in everything you want. It most likely don't get KO. Even Tapu Koko would stay easily Earthquake right now. So bringing up, but interesting when you're seeing we see now every 4 Pokemon with Miguel. It's Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Gastrodon, and Arcanine. There's no Celesteela. So Miguel, knowing the Celesteela war wasn't
Ok, el orden va a ser el siguiente. El último en intercambiar va a ser Domo, el tercero va a ser Daniel, el segundo va a ser esperen, Andrés Orozco, y el primero, que es al que le voy a cambiar ahorita, va a ser Mario Al. Para que tengan paciencia, les va a ir tocando por turno, ¿sale? Entonces primero Mario, segundo Andrés, tercero Daniel y cuarto Domo, ¿vale?
Gastrodon is going to be able to take that really well there. Not getting
Así fue el orden en
we're
que
going to see
fueron llegando.
the recoil damage onto the Arcanine. We're going to see the earthquake once again from this now heavily weakened Crocodile.
Sale.
So, super effective.
Entonces Mario, espero que ya estés listo. Ya estoy conectado. Te voy a mandar requisición. Mario Al. Ahí está la requisición. Mario.
In his party, Miguel is looking like he is pushing his way towards becoming our first European champion.
Ya te estoy requesteando un link trade.
So when he's saving up this Crocodile in the back, we still have a 4-4. So it could be a thing anyway. Where he's going to manage it somehow to get on time, if he's going to see this as one win condition, because it definitely is one. Because Arcanine is the first.
Ok, no te preocupes. Yo te aviso, Daniel.
So Davide has to protect the Crocodile.
A ver, Daniel pidió. ¿Qué pidió Daniel? ¿Qué pediste, Daniel?
We are going to see it. There it goes. Nemanja very much correct there, because he says Sealer coming back in, a very extremely bulky Pokemon, and it's around half HP. It's also paralyzed. We are under a minute left, guys, in the final of the European International Championship. Tapu Lele hitting the field now as well. Going to set up the psychic terrain.
¿Qué pediste, Daniel?
Type attacks will be boosted for the next turn. And once again, when we reach
Daniel,
the
me
full extent of the
escuchas,
timer, Snarl coming out from Arcanine here. When we reach full extent of timer, there will be 3 additional turns in which these players can make their moves.
Okay.
No, Daniel, no, perdóname. ¿Cómo se llama? Mario.
Mario. Anyway,
Mario.
it's pretty. It was a pretty
Okay.
cool percent.
Thundurus,
Anyway,
perfecto.
it's like 6.
Déjame ir.
5,
Perdón, te confundí.
4,
Mario.
3, 2, 1.
Guys, okay, so we have now reached timer. Timer is completely off. We have 3 turns in which these players can continue to make their moves. The judge will be able to inform us of any rulings that are made at that point, and we will be able to decide who will be the champion.
What is the final? But anyway, by the play Miguel and Davide was playing, this was switching on Celesteela by knowing he could just bring up his fire.
Mario, si me contestas, Mario.
But he was thinking, okay, doing the safe play,
me
dealing some damage to Tapu was switching
lo
in, doing the
siguiente,
Now we see the Flare Blitz
doy
into the Tapu Lele. It shouldn't
también.
be enough.
So we see the big Flare Blitz coming out. We've been told by the judges it's turn 0. We see the Z move coming out from Tapu Lele. Now is the time to get some big damage off. We're going to see the Z power activating once more. Tapu Lele closing its eyes in concentration, getting ready to launch a massive Shattered Psyche attack into Miguel Martí de la Torre. This is Nico Davide's time to try and make his play to be the new European International Champion. Bouncing around, smashing through. Arcanine is down. So Miguel Martí de la Torre losing a Pokemon here. This is huge.
1. Nada más dice o no. Sí, no, incorrecto. Incorrecto. Estuvo cerca. Estuvo cerca.
Both trainers now down to 3 Pokemon. We are still matched in number of Pokemon here.
We're still in the time, but it's even very interesting seeing how fast
Haré un video para este mismo giveaway, pero
very slow Pokemon. Anyway, by the paralyzed.
Saludos.
30% now by being
Sale.
30% small,
El que sigue
anyway,
es
I'm so
Sergio,
surprised how
no,
fast
Sergio,
Celesteela
no
can
está
be.
invitado
But
a
anyway,
la
now
fiesta.
both players have to deal with this turn.
Ahora, el que sigue me parece es Andrés. No, Domo, eres el cuarto. Andrés es el siguiente.
Okay, vamos por Andrés. Garchomp has to deal some big damage to the Gastrodon, otherwise it's going to eat an Ice Beam.
It is, yeah, but this could be a double up from this now to 1, guys, by the way, just to mention. Before that was turn 0, this is now turn 1. This is now, Davide could double up into guard jump because Ice Beam shouldn't be enough to get the KO on guard jump.
Andrés,
So heavy slam Ice Beam would be sure the KO. Otherwise, I don't think Gastrodon should be enough to get the KO on Gastrodon. I think Davide's Gastrodon is faster than the Gastrodon by Miguel. Am I right?
The swag, Andrés.
Yeah, it should. Miguel's Gastrodon is faster.
Miguel's Gastrodon is faster.
Swag.
Okay.
So, anyway, we will see this turn. So we see the Earthquake coming out.
Okay, creo que Andrés ya se durmió.
We're going to see some big damage onto the Gastrodon on the opposing side of the field. Not known for its defensive bulk, it's known for a special defensive bulk. We're going to see the lead seed, it misses. We see the Ice Beam coming out from Miguel's Gastrodon onto the Gastrodon. It knocks out!
Even without the
Creo que se desconectó.
this is most likely it because
el que sigue sería...
I wouldn't think Ice Beam would do so much damage. I would say
sería Daniel.
It would say it's easier. I was
Daniel, ¿qué nick tienes?
Wow. So guys, this is going to be turn 2 here
¿Te
in the final
desconectaste, Andrés, o
of
qué
the
onda?
European International Championship. We have gone through the round timer. This is the penultimate turn before we have to take tiebreakers to decide the game.
Espera, ya regresó Andrés. Andrés.
Pokemon, Miguel down to 3 Pokemon. He just needs to be able to protect his Pokemon lead to become the first European champion.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if Leeksy was the right protect, even if Gastrodon would stay it in. But anyway, I don't want to complain any of Davide's game anymore because taking the poison jab into a guard jump to get the 100% KO on it. Seeing now the leech seed from Celestial's side, but anyway, this isn't any big deal anymore.
Scold now.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Qué Pokémon vas a querer, Andrés?
3-1, Miguel Martí de la Torre. He has been able to finally get it down to just Celesteela here. 3 Pokemon in the lead. We are going into the final turn of the final here in London. And so Celesteela now being able to finally hit its lead seeds. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to hit many of its lead seeds in the but it missed a 3 crucial ones in the last game. And Gastrodon and Garchomp here will be leading Miguel through to the final turn before he becomes European International Champion. We see the heavy slam coming out from Celesteela here. It's going to go into that Garchomp slot. It's going to be able to do enough. 35 HP remaining.
¿Cuál va a ser, Andrés?
Out now as well onto the Gastrodon. It's going to
bueno,
go
te voy a pasar a mí
substitute. Will it break? It should
no
break right now. There
creo
we
que
see
ya no
it
estás
going
en el
away.
directo.
Puff of smoke and the leftovers recovery from Celesteela.
Metagross, Volcanion, tranquilo viejo. De hecho Metagross sí lo tengo, pero nada más tengo el mío. Y Volcanion, sí lo tengo también, pero también nada más tengo el mío. Pero si quieren tener giveaways de eso, tendréis que... no, es que no me gusta pasar esos Pokémon, pero bueno, vamos a tomarlo. De hecho, porque lo voy a apuntar. Esos van a ser los siguientes Pokémon para el siguiente giveaway. Voy a dar Darkrai, Shiny, creo que no es posible, pero Darkrai, Volcanion y Metagross los voy a tener en cuenta para el siguiente giveaway, ¿vale? Ahorita nada más estamos dando... Yo tengo toda la Dex completa, Domofon. Y de hecho puedo hacer giveaway de toda la Dex, pero por eso es que hacemos videos. Este giveaway nada más va a ser para... ¿Cómo se llama? Este giveaway nada más es para el Mew, para Thundurus y para los que ya acabo de decir, ¿vale? Ah, pues ahí está, ¿quién lo pedía? Domo, Daniel Arias tiene el Darkrai Shiny. Por si te interesa más tarde cambiar con él, pues adelante. Listo. Ahora el que sigue, ahora sí es... ¿quién? Daniel. Ahora sigue Daniel. Sí, Daniel. Sale Danny Boy.
Yeah, and we do know that Nico has entered his team, so has Miguel Martí de la Torre. We are just about to get into this final here in London, the United Kingdom, for the first ever European International Championship. Guys, we are excited. Spain versus Italy here in the final, and we are just about to kick into it. We're going to see any second now. Miguel Martí de la Torre, multiple world contender, and Nico Davide Cañete, one of his highest placements ever. It's going to be an exciting battle. final, and I hope you guys are ready to see it now. Lead coming out from Nico is going to be Crocodile and Celesteela, and for Miguel, that lead again of Tapu Koko and Garchomp.
Muy bien, Danik.
Yeah, and having Celesteela
¿Qué Pokémon vas a querer?
don't want to have, but anyway, it's a decent position for both players because Miguel always starting with this Discharge Earthquake combination. It could be a thing because Discharge would be or Thunderbolt would be a huge damage against Celesteela, but this is the option where the lead metagame begins. This only
Sorry, okay,
nah.
Sigue Daniel. Daniel quiere a Mew, okay.
Stay here because always having the
Mira,
lead
ahí está Daniel.
for just bringing up
Ahí
the
está
team
Daniel.
is always great.
There is Daniel,
but
and he wants Mew.
having the advantage from the
Adios,
Earthquake,
adios.
so no one
Adios,
wants to switch in
Mew,
his
adios.
Arcanine into it for another Intimidate.
Adios,
Anyway, we're still
Mew,
protected by Crocodile
no,
here,
Mew,
and he
gana
gets the
Mew.
Thunderbolt.
No.
There we go, we see Miguel pointing to the camera, that does a load
El
of
que puede
damage there, so
aprender,
to protect on
él fue mi
Crocodile.
compañero de
We're going to
viaje.
see a double target
Mew
into Celesteela, it
fue mi
goes down
compañero
on
de
the
viaje, él
first
sabía
turn. Miguel is making the
todos los
big plays here in the
movimientos,
final, and
HMs
Nico
y
is
todo en
down
todas
to
las
3
demás
Pokemon on the
versiones.
first turn.
Por
A
eso
bit
siempre lo
of
llevaba
a
consigo.
switch around here, because Nico was being
Pero bueno,
very, very aggressive
tendréis
in
que
his
partir el
first
día de
couple
hoy.
of turns against other
Y
players
hacer
in this
feliz a otras
tournament,
personas.
and so to have the tables turn this quickly
So
is a little
long.
bit of a problem for him, but
Bienvenido,
is going to come
Magikarp.
in now, setting
Qué
up
shiny.
psychic
Te
terrain
haré
and
un
overriding
Gyarados.
electric terrain.
Serás
Yeah,
grande.
it's a very difficult choice because
Okay.
we are seeing in the first turn, you never want to be too risky, but having to predict
Excelente,
because
gracias.
Thunderbolt into
Gracias,
Celesteela was
Danny.
so obvious.
Danny boy.
Just
Gracias, Danny
Crocodile
boy.
gets up, some attack with his Celesteela.
Este,
Trying to get this up from
okay.
Coco is always the thing you would
Okay,
love,
Angela.
but reading by Miguel, just playing by the
Just
safe, doing the
give
obvious
me,
thing and going to Thunderbolt, and it paid
okay,
off. It was really good
Okay,
play
el
by
último
Miguel.
es Domo. Domo, ¿dónde está
So we
Domo?
do actually see
Domo,
Garchomp switching
Domo.
out here.
Where are you? Where are
Celesteela as
you?
well, which does not take that much damage from the psychic
Domo,
or fairy
¿dónde
type attacks
estás?
coming out from Tapu
¿Dónde
Lele.
estás? Domo,
Crocodile is
Domo.
going to return as well, so a lot of
¿Dónde
switching
está
here, a bit of
Domo?
a
¿Dónde?
revolving door
Domo,
of Pokemon.
Domo.
And we're going to see Arcanine coming in
Domo,
here, which is
Domo.
going to intimidate the Celesteela and also the Tapu Koko as
Domo,
well.
Domo. Aquí está. Espera, te voy a mandar un link trade, ¿sale? No te vayas, no te vayas. Ahora sigue Domo. ¿Quién eres, Domo? ¿Cuál es tu IGN? Domo. ¿Cuál es tu nick? ¿Cuál es tu nick? ¿Cómo te reconozco? ¿Cómo te ven el juego?
Z-Crystal move, or do you say the Psychic, it's kind of the same thing, but maybe we're seeing into the Celesteela, so a huge predict by Miguel, again, doing it so, showing himself he's not nervous, always doing the right place.
But that is a lot of damage either way. Celesteela is a very bulky Pokemon. We have seen how much damage this Pokemon can soak up, and still
¿Es
having
Domo?
that
Domo,
switch
no te veo,
into
Domo.
almost waste the Z move.
Ah,
from,
ok, ya te veo.
a really great move.
Ya te
by Miguel.
Yeah, we
envié,
saw how important it was to see move for
envié.
Tapu Lele in
Domo,
accuracy, because
Domo.
against Tobias,
Domo.
it was like always the Z move came in,
Domo,
you get
Domo.
one KO. Or in the last match, the Italian match, where even a Raconet can stay a Z move by Tapu Lele. A Raconet has like, I don't know, 132 special defense. This is huge.
Yeah, so
Me voy a despedir de otro Mew.
not doing as much damage as Nico would have
Otro
wanted
compañero
to remove
de-
that Garchomp from the field.
de armas.
And we do see the switch
Ah,
out
de
from
veras,
Crocodile
Domo,
as
¿y
well,
qué-
so
qué
saving
vas a
Intimidate,
querer?
and also the focus sash that we've seen
Domo.
previously as well. So he does have that in the back for later.
vas
But
a
speaking of going to
querer?
the back, we have Tapu Koko leaving the field.
Mew?
Gastrodon coming in now, which will not
Fuck
take
you.
too much fire type damage from that Arcanine. We are actually going to see the
Domo,
Protect coming out from
Domo.
Arcanine here.
Domo.
What is Tapu Lele going to go for? He's
Domo.
going to launch an attack
Arigato,
into Celesteela,
Mr.
going
Rogato.
to launch a
Domo.
Protect as well.
Domo.
Tapu Lele, is it going to attack into Celesteela? No, it's
Okay,
going to go
Roblox
to Tapu Koko
quiere
slot. We're going to see Gastrodon
Mew.
take some
Okay,
big
pero
damage here.
just wait,
We'll see Vine
Roblox.
Scepter
I'm
and
trading
special
with
defense
the
drop.
previous
That
guys.
is huge.
I will take
Morangaberry
on
is
you
gonna
and Angela
activate,
in the
but it's
next
only gonna be
round.
boosted by one
Just
state.
give me a second.
Yeah, but
Domo,
This-
a Mew. Okay,
this drop
okay,
is so,
Domo.
this is so unfortunate
Goodbye.
for Miguel because you could stay
Goodbye, my good friend,
without this drop, he's
Mew.
not able to get to one KO, one Tapu Lele
Goodbye,
with
goodbye.
any attack, so you could even decide
Domo,
go on and move
Domo.
Moonblast if you want, but like it's also
Domo.
most likely the better way. Anyway, saving your Tapu Koko for
Goodbye.
the rest because having always
Goodbye,
the
Diego
focus
Mon.
sash on it brings it into an interesting position, but
Okay.
maybe you don't need Tapu Koko anymore since
Roblox, Angela, just give me a second, and I'll have to add your friend code. In the meantime, please, if you are a subscriber, please just give me your friend code. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. These giveaways are for the subscribers. And after that, share me your friend code, and I will add you in a minute.
A double target wanting to clear the field of
Trading
Celestina
with
with a
my
flamethrower as well. Tapu Koko goes
trainers.
down, and Miguel Martínez has lost the Pokemon here. We do see the recover though, so Gastrodon is going to put itself back up to a nice number of health here, just below full HP.
I do giveaways every 3 days, every 4 days. So
anyway, so maybe he tries to get up a
around.
recover here, get some
You'll
HP
get
back.
a
But
little
anyway,
bucket.
losing a Tapu Koko when you
Short time.
was to
So,
save it is
okay,
always a
we are
big
done
deal.
with
But
Domo.
Celestina is in a very good position as
De
long as
nada,
he can handle
Domo.
the Arcanine
Domo.
very well.
And what two moves could handle Arcanine better than
nada,
a
Domo.
Scald and an Earthquake?
Bye. Bueno,
So
espero
Arcanine
verte
obviously is
por
a big
aquí.
threat to the Celestina, which
Perdona
Miguel
la
still has
tardanza.
in the back, and
Es que
has been used as a win
sí
condition
es
by a lot of
tardado
trainers
hacer
here this
estos
weekend.
giveaways.
So we're going to have to see how well he can protect
Pero
that and
gracias,
clear the
gracias por tu
field of
paciencia.
threats.
Gracias,
But
Domo.
anyway, Garchomp seeing here,
Okay,
like I
ahora
said,
voy
scored,
por-
that's great. Both
¿Qué estoy
attacks,
haciendo?
Arcanine don't want to stay in, but you always have this
Okay.
intimidate option in the
Roblox.
back, but also this intimidate option named Crocodile don't want to stay into
Roblox.
it.
¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo andas, Roblox?
You guys should keep in mind to have the special defense drop onto Gastrodon.
Aquí había una Angela,
Now we
¿no?
see the Crocodile
Creo que había una
getting
chava,
into it,
no sé,
bringing out
se llamaba
the
Alex,
intimidate.
se llamaba
We see
Angela,
the
pero ya se
coming out
fue.
from Crocodile here. It does have that focus sash, so it will need to
Okay,
take 2 attacks to be able to
Angela,
be knocked out. The poison jab is going to go to Tapu Lele. How much does this do? Tapu Lele
Your
survives.
friend code.
Oh, and the poison
Okay,
there as
in the
well, so
meantime,
Tapu
I'm
Lele
going to
will
add
not be
you
able to stay
Roblox.
around for too much longer. The poison will activate and slowly take away its
Roblox,
HP. We see the
where's your-
moonblast
¿dónde
onto
está
the
tu-
Swordfest
aquí está,
Garchomp, which
Roblox.
does a load of damage as well,
Friend
leaving it
code.
down just below a third of HP. And we see these
Te voy a
special
agregar,
attacks dropping,
te
which
voy a
doesn't matter
agregar.
too much, but here comes a
Dame
Skull.
un minuto.
Double target on Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele
Tapu
goes
Lele.
down.
And thankfully the poison didn't matter
Okay,
because anyway
vamos
double target
por-
in Tapu Lele. Now the biggest offensive
Okay,
threat
¿quieres
is
a
away.
Mew?
Now Miguel can set up
Okay,
his
está bien.
defensive core, just get away
45,
to handle the Arcanine a little bit
70,
better,
45,
to get
70,
the brilliant
69,
Celestial
09,
sweep in the back.
09, 09, 09, 09. Creo que sí soy un bot después de todo, Roblox. 09, 09. Okay. You're now friends with Tank. Okay, Tank.
Special attacking threat on Nico's side of the field. And
That.
what do you see this turn
Punto.
going, Nemanja?
Ahora, ok.
Because there's no
Vamos a
special attack that
intercambiar.
threaten Gastrodon anymore, so there's no reason to switch it out. Also
Where's-
very risky by
where's-
Miguel to
where's-
keep it
where's-
in always. But Garchomp is such a... The Assault Breath is so huge in
Assault
Garchomp. Now I
Breath?
can see why he's playing it. His
What
Moonblast
the-
is quite a 70%. Right? I mean, it's okay, but it's a Moonblast, a stab Moonblast into a Garchomp.
Ok,
And
creo
he
que
can see
Ángela
like
se
a
nos
champ.
fue.
This is a very, very bulky Garchomp, and Assault Vest has been an item that Miguel has relied on
My
extremely often in this tournament.
FC
We're actually
is
going
in
to
the
see Garchomp leading
description.
the field now.
Mi
Celestina
FC
is
está
coming
en la
in
descripción.
against that Arcanine. We're actually going to see Arcanine
FC
protecting, so
on the description,
nice positioning
bro.
for Celestina here. We don't have any
FC on
super effective
description,
fire
bro.
type damage going that way. Earthquake coming out from Crocodile.
I'm going online.
It's a flying type, so Miguel
You have
having the read here.
10
We're going to
seconds
see,
to get
That's not
online,
taking a fair
man.
amount of damage there. It's still with half HP, and we're going to see the Scald. It's going to go into that Crocodile slot, so not caring about
Okay,
the
no,
defense.
don't worry. I can speak in English.
No burn.
Don't you worry,
No
Roblox.
burn,
Stop
but the
it.
focus sash is now damaged. So
My...
Crocodile will go down to
You had me already.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
are you online?
Even if
I'm
Earthquake
online
does a little bit
right
more damage
now.
than I thought so.
And I only see Gabriel Winger's tiles online. I don't
When you are
see...
attacking with your Arcanine into Celestial,
What's your nick?
always a protect
Sorry?
option. He has a protect the option to switch
Tank,
back.
tank.
So
I'm
into
going
that,
to send you
this is
the
like-
request.
We see the rock slide.
Hello, rock
So,
slide.
okay,
Fast
okay.
rock slides could pick up
So,
flinches, and we all know
have
what
you
that means.
already
We could be seeing
subscribed to the
some
channel?
non-moving Pokemon this turn. We see the flamethrower coming out from Arcanine
Tank.
onto Celesteela. How much will this do? Celesteela hangs around 21 HP. Is that? Oh, there was that flinch, and there's a Gastrodon move. There's the Scald coming out onto the
Have you
Arcanine here, putting it in
subscribed?
range for another Scald later on. Celesteela unfortunately flinching, not
Have you
probably wanted to
subscribed?
take out that Crocodile with a heavy slam. Not able to move this turn, but Wow, what an exciting turn. This is why Rock Slide from fast Pokemon really hurt.
Yeah, I hope we can avoid the fast Pokemon Rock Slide here, but with no Neo Pokemon, with so bulky Pokemon, even a mid-speed Pokemon like Crocodile can set up the fastest Pokemon be on the field and setting up the Rock Slide. But anyway, now this position for Miguel is kind of difficult.
You must first
how
be
he's handled Gaston, because
surprised,
now
my
Gaston
friend.
is in the position to get a KO on Crocodile and Arcanine.
These are giveaways.
You don't need it anymore because
for
okay.
You did. Yeah. I can feel your love right now.
Coming out into Gaston,
So
it does
I'm
not
going
pick up
to
the
trade
KO.
you.
It
What?
gets a defense drop. We have Garchomp in the back, which will be able to get a fast Earthquake off later on. So Celesteela goes down here.
You want a Mew?
We have Garchomp coming in as the fastest Pokemon.
Yeah, but now
Which Pokemon do you want?
it didn't. Maybe he thought about picking up the KO.
Which Pokemon?
Yeah, seeing as scored into Arcanine,
Sorry,
picks up the
a
KO.
lot of
Yeah,
And Arcanine goes down.
I'm not.
Now we're seeing just one Crocodile Brand Nico side against
Which Pokemon?
Gastrodon and the Garchomp in the back. But anyway,
Mew? Okay,
when we're seeing
Mew.
that this, he maybe could
Here it
double up
goes.
into Gastrodon because
Here it goes.
Celesteela. Okay,
Let me
Celesteela
check.
should pick up the heavy slam, so it's Miguel would be do every single right with the heavy slam and Crocodile.
Let
would be
me
anyway in his favor.
check. Let me check
But,
on Mimikyu.
Interesting to see,
Let
maybe
me check
because
on Mimikyu.
fire,
There we go. That's the fourth hit right there.
you have like Crocodile, you have your own Celesteela,
Let me check
so
on Mimikyu after
the chance
Mew.
that he will pick Nicholas is small, but your
Let me
most
check.
powerful dealing Pokemon Tapu Lele. This is the thing. How are you going to be to deal with?
You only can choose one
I saw the
Pokemon, but
one-time great switching into Celesteela into the.
But
cycle
since you are a
move,
subscriber
but is
and
Miguel able to get the second
you are a
time with
man
such
because
a
you
confidence?
you came
Lots of
back and
questions.
apologized.
Time for
So
answers. We are moving
the
into
previous
game
thing,
2 here
okay,
in the final
I'm
of
going
the
to-
European International Championship.
give you,
Miguel
Mimikyu.
Martinatore again, Garchomp
Okay,
and
man,
Tapu
because
Koko.
you are a man.
Crocodile and Celesteela from Nico Davide Cuneta. He
Well,
needs to win this game to take us to game 3.
hoping that I have
Otherwise,
the
our new
Mimikyu, okay?
European International
I
Champion
have to check it
is Miguel.
first.
Alright, so seeing the same lead like in the first
Let me
game.
check if I
and
have
we
the
said
Mimikyu.
doing a
I
very,
have my own
risky
Mimikyu,
play
but I
by,
don't know if
Nico,
I
not
have
protecting the Celesteela,
others.
protecting the Crocodile, and trying to get an attack off, but the read by Miguel,
check,
getting
let
the
me
Thunderbolt
check,
into
let me
Celesteela,
check.
and the double KO
Meow,
thanks
meow.
to Garchomp into
Oh, I
it.
have
So
the two
we're in the
Meow
same
here.
position now, so I'm
Ethereum
not
Seed
sure if
and
Nico
the
wants to
White
try it
Earth.
again, but it would
White
be a
Earth
very risky
one.
play if you try to
And the
do
Mental
the
Earth.
same trick again.
Okay.
Oh,
Let
that'll
me
be
check
so
if I have
exciting to
another
see
one.
this. Again, this is a
The
very
White Earth
mind game
is
heavy
repeated.
first lead here. The
So
Crocodile
I
did protect
guess
last
I
time, so
can
we'll have to see the
free
same
one.
chain of events will come out here. So Miguel's still
Let me
taking time to
check,
choose
let me
his
check.
moves. We
Yeah,
are going to see
yeah, I'm going
what are
to
we going to
spare
see here.
you.
We're going to see the Crocodile return from the
Here
field.
is Mimikyu.
It's going to say keep that intimidate and focus
Whoa,
action later on.
Ginsect.
Tapu Lele
Cool,
making an appearance
cool
now, so
Pokemon.
any
Okay.
sort of electric type attack.
Here
will
goes
be
your
weakened
Meow
just
Meow.
because electric terrain
Your
is
Meow
more
Meow.
psychic terrain will boost psychic attacks here.
Mimikyu.
We can see the Dazzling Gleam coming out instead, so a bit of a change up here already. We have the Garchomp also going for the Fire Fang into Celesteela, so not as much damage dealt on the first
welcome,
turn.
bro.
And now we
You're
see the
welcome,
Leech
bro.
Seed coming out. Celesteela finally able to get up a bit of recovery and able to do something in this final.
And especially the most thing, there's no focus sash anymore on Tapu Koko, so this
Stick
is
around.
a really
Stick around,
free
bro.
thing for Nico right now.
Thanks
Having no sash, having a normal Tapu
watching.
Koko, having
Thanks
a
for
chance to
watching,
gain the
bro.
wanted KO on it, and this is something you always want. So now having always in the second turn your Tapu Lele on the field, the chance to get a Z-Crystal move, and I'm not really sure if, even if Garchomp stay a Moonblast that well, I'm not sure if he won't stay an Z-Crystal move by Tapu Lele.
Well, especially
Okay,
with the psychic terrain boost.
I'm
and
guessing
how
that
offensive
with
this
you,
Tapu Lele seems to
this
be.
is going to be
Nico has
over.
revealed the Z Crystal in the previous match and does
How
look
long
to,
have I
launch
have
it
been
first time
here,
Tapu Lele appears on the
hiding
field,
here?
but we're not going to see it this time. We're actually going to see the protect, safer plays coming out from Nico here. We're going to see the Thunderbolt going into that slot, prevents it there. We're going to see another attack going into that slot as well. Really great play here.
What
Lead
the
Seed
fuck?
coming out.
I've
onto
been
the
here over
Garchomp
2
now,
hours.
so
Okay,
little
it's
bit
time
of
to
draining
cut
health
this.
each turn, wearing away.
Time to cut
Celesteela
this.
loves to do this.
It's a brilliant play because, like I said before, Nico is now known for when he's pulling out his Tapu Lele end of field, it's always the first turn Psychic Z move into one of the Pokemon. It's most likely one kill. So Miguel knew about it. It was speculating, okay, he's about to attack, so I will double up into the Tapu Lele set. Just because he's fast and not giving me any chance to get to one KO, because he's probably the strongest move out there thanks to his ability to Psychic Terrain. Anyways, now he can change his ability. He just protected with Tapu Lele, getting another Leech Seed off, so Miguel is now forced to stay in or forced to stay out. Anyway, Celesteela will be definitely free to not getting KO'd this turn.